I'm here with 33 Lions.
Hi.
You gotta speak in the microphone.
Sorry.
Yeah. These, and from what I understand, they're kind of sensitive, so you have to kind of put it close to your face, so you
Okay.
look like an idiot with a microphone right in front of your face.
Oh, no, I love it. It makes me
Yes.
feel like I'm special.
Sounds great.
So, okay, go ahead and introduce yourselves. Let everybody know what you do in the band, and for any members that aren't here, also, introduce them for them.
All right, I'll start it off. I'm Steven. I play guitar.
Okay.
I'm Adria. I'm the vocalist.
I'm Grant. I'm the bassist.
And then Nick is our drummer. He's not here today.
Okay.
We thought it was just a fluke. Like the last time, because we were lucky enough to do the podcast with 561 podcast.
Right, I saw that.
And, he's like, oh, I'm moving. I'm not going to be able to make it. And we're like, oh, dang it. Don't worry. We'll have another opportunity. And then this opportunity came up. He's like, okay, I'm going to level with you guys. I am so nervous. I can't go. I'm going to vomit.
About this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Playing drums in front of everybody, he's fine, but
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's like, do not give me a microphone. Do not. He's like, I can't do it.
Oh my gosh.
Right. So I was just like, what, really? And he's like, well, maybe one day I won't be as nervous, but this time it's going to be a no.
Oh my gosh. So he got out of 561, and this one he just kind of fessed up.
Yeah, he's fine. I can't. I'm sorry.
It was rescheduled. He was the last time, original date.
Right.
He was like, oh, I think I'm busy that day.
Yeah, I got something going on. I'm not going to make it. And we're like,
Oh my gosh.
And we're
Well,
like,
thank God he
"Good,
doesn't
we
do that for
rescheduled
gigs.
it. It's good for you now.
he's like exactly.
Oh my God. I can't believe that he would be nervous to come here. That's,
Yeah.
I guess, some people, and that's why he's the drummer hiding behind his drums.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's
Exactly.
doing that.
Great
Works well.
guy, super fun,
Yeah.
super sweet.
Yeah.
Just as terrified that he's going to be handed a microphone. So,
Oh, that's funny.
but he would
That's
love
funny.
to be here.
Yeah.
Well, we miss him.
Yes,
Yeah.
next time.
I can't wait to meet him.
We'll make
You
sure he
could
comes next
let
time.
him know how laid back and unprofessional this is. There's nothing to be stressed out about or nervous at all.
I love it already.
So, okay, I have to know the name of the band, 33 Lions. Where did it come
I'm
from?
gonna let you take that.
Adria.
Do you want the story that I told the guys, or the story that where the name actually came from? So we met. Just a little backstory. We met at church, believe it or not. So we used to all play in the church band.
Okay.
So our first album was I wrote all the lyrics to the first album. Steven jumped on the second album and has a couple songs.
Were all of you in the church band, the three of you?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
including the drummer?
Well,
No, not
Oh,
the
okay.
drummer.
Okay.
The drummer
Our
was
original drummer.
Our original drummer was in our band, in the church band as well.
Okay.
So anyway, one day I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I cannot do worship music anymore. I gotta start writing my own stuff. And so I wrote a lot of I started writing lyrics, which I didn't even know I could do. And so when we started writing the actual album, we realized we were going to need a name. And Steven would come in with how long were the titles of your...
I'm a big fan of the long titles, in song, like song names,
Okay.
and stuff like that, and, band names, really cheesy stuff, punny stuff.
Okay.
And so I would either put into a band generator and then just kind of make my thing off of that.
Right.
And then I would be like, hey guys, what about this one? One of them was Champagne Diplomats or something like that.
that was actually a good one. I like that one.
And then a couple other ones, and they were like, nah.
Yeah, sometimes he'd come in and he would just start talking, and I'd be like, "So what's the name?" He's like, "No, that is the name."
And we had one called Flannel Habit.
Yeah,
Flannel.
and that's still underground. We might bring that back.
Oh, we might bring that
We
back.
might bring that back. But anyway, so we ended up having to come up with a name, and finally one day I was just like,
We were in the studio, and you had to come up with a name.
I was like, "P.S. Our name is going to be 33 Lions," and Steven's like, "Why? That's a stupid name." The reason I chose it was because I started my deconstruction process of my faith. So I had a very traditional life.
Okay.
I was married to a man. I had my 3 kids. I was a housewife. I didn't work. I was as traditional and conservative as you possibly think. And at 33, I lost my mind. And I basically asked my husband for a divorce. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Fell in love with a woman.
Right.
And my life has just never been the same. So
Right.
33 was my deconstruction phase. And so,
Okay.
and of course, because I was very religious, very Christian at the time.
Right.
I still consider myself Christian, but not to the extent.
Right.
And it just involved deconstructing every aspect of my life. So 33 was the reason that I chose the number, and then the lion is supposed to represent the strength that comes out of
Wow.
through growth.
That gave me goosebumps.
Oh, stop.
That really did.
Thank you.
That did. There's so many things that I want to point on here in this whole conversation that we just had. Because I come from a very religious childhood. Like,
Yeah.
if I wasn't at youth group on Wednesday night, and
Same.
like if I slept over my friend's house on Saturday night, I was sure getting picked up at 7 a.m. for church. There was no excuses.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if I was dying, if I was it didn't
Bleeding
matter.
from your eyeballs. Nope.
So I get it, but I know how it can be in the church. So the fact that you guys are still in a band after all that happened,
Yes.
it shows how strong your friendship is and how they just
Yeah.
respect you as a person, and so that's what I took from that, which is awesome, and I love that where the name came from.
Yeah, thank
It's,
you.
trauma bonding.
Yes, we're trauma bonded. These guys know far too much about me.
Right.
They're not allowed to leave ever.
That's a great story, though. I love it. I officiated, my nephew is gay,
Oh.
and I officiated him and his husband's wedding last year.
Oh, congratulations!
So, I
Wait,
can
when's their
officiate.
wedding?
I'm trying to remember when the hell I did it.
'Cause
it was
me and-
October 15th.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
me and my wife just finally had our first year anniversary.
Are you? Oh, real? Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
so I fell in love with a woman. It's the same woman. We've been together for 8 years, but we finally tied the knot last year in
exciting.
June.
Okay. Where are you guys from? What area?
Lake Worth, West
Lake.
Palm.
That's what I said. I said Lake Worth.
Yeah,
I knew
uh-huh.
it. For some reason, I looked on your Instagram page. It didn't say.
Right.
And I said to my husband, I think they're from Lake Worth. I don't know why.
How
but
funny.
Yeah.
We just have that look, I guess.
So okay, so I
Worth look.
love that. I love that story about your name. That's a great story. So
Thank
you couldn't
you.
say no about it after
I was like,
that.
"All right."
He's like, fine.
As long as we have something down, we can actually start playing and booking shows and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So,
Because at that point, it was starting to become a hindrance to being like, what do you guys call it? And we're like,
And you guys have been around for a long time.
it feels like it.
feels like it.
We only really started,
We played our first show in 2021, the end of 2021,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
and then but we've been playing together probably a little bit pre-COVID. Is when we started.
We,
Like,
bruh,
right
we've
before
been
COVID?
we've been playing.
Well, I'm saying like we
together.
started writing our own material.
Oh
like,
yes, like
2019, I would say like around that time.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
long for a band, though. That is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and you guys are not with the original drummer, but you guys are all original members.
Yes.
The three of us,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long's the drummer been with you guys?
He played our first show with
yeah,
us.
he
Our-
Okay.
did.
Yeah,
All
our
right.
original drummer left right when our EP came out.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
he
he's
was
pretty much.
He's part of the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He does, and I will say he is a phenomenal drummer.
Yes.
But I think a
It was
lot
just
of the
different paths.
Yeah,
he wanted
different
to go somewhere
paths.
else with the band.
I think it was
Right.
a lot of pressure too for him. He just felt like he wasn't going to be able to like really dig in.
Yeah.
So anyway, he ended up parting ways, unfortunately, because he was so great.
Yeah.
But we gained Nick, and so
Yeah.
it was a
That's-
win-win.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Let's talk about your songwriting. You talked about when you did your worship music, you were like, I need to start writing my own songs.
Right.
What's the songwriting process? Is it a joint thing? Walk me through it.
Well, our first album, all three of us would sit down. Well, we'd make Grant sit down with us.
I was just there.
No, you had the cajon. You were
You were
doing
playing-
something.
You were giving us the
Yeah.
rhythm.
Yeah.
The cajon.
Can you even play the cajon?
No.
Just tapping on the wooden box.
It's definitely days where I'm just like, does he even know how to play that? I mean, it's better than me, so
It's what, we didn't have any other terms.
we didn't have anything else. He was great.
I was just setting the speed of the songs, and that was it.
Yeah.
But mostly it's you and I.
Yeah, songwriting. Yeah, lyrics is usually you.
Mm-hmm.
First album was all you, and then I wrote the music, and then second album was a little bit joint effort.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Our the fastest writing experience we had was Church Boy Kryptonite.
Yeah.
And we banged that thing out in what, like 15 minutes?
15,
What?
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
That's a world record.
We were on the same page with our material.
Yes.
Our material was on point.
Yeah.
It's
for
about
Yeah, tell me.
so the album is called Songs About No One in Particular.
Okay.
And then each song is about
A
no
particular
one
person.
in
sure.
particular.
Could be anybody.
It could be anybody. But Church Boy Kryptonite is hilarious because we literally describe.
It's about my ex-wife. We're great. We're good. We're on good terms.
Yeah, we're on good terms. We're on good terms. So she actually has a T-shirt.
Yeah.
She comes to our concert. She's like, "This is me."
Oh my God, that's so funny.
It's so funny. And literally, because we all grew up again, obviously in church, And so the whole concept of you tell it. You're the one who did most of the writing.
Well, it's kind of like a sarcastic look about how when a cute girl joins youth group,
Okay.
and how all the guys are just like, oh my god. And you're just magnetized to her. And so that's kind of how we started dating back, because we were dating in youth group.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's kind of how it started with that. And she was just the church boy kryptonite. She was the
that's
church boy's
funny.
weakness.
That
Yeah.
is funny. So she has a
funny.
shirt that says, "I'm the church boy."
Church boy
kryptonite."
kryptonite.
Oh,
Oh my
so
gosh.
funny.
It is, and she's a really good sport too,
Yeah.
so she loves it.
Hey, I wouldn't mind being known as that.
Yeah. Well, she
Yeah,
actually
you turned all the
also
heads.
she also took our photos. So like anytime
took
you
our band
see
photos.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
really good photos of us, it's because she
Her or
took
Mitch?
her. Yes, that's true. Mitch has started
yeah.
as well.
Right.
But we actually had an actual sit down photo session
Yes,
with
our
her.
actual photo session,
Yeah. So she's always been very supportive.
That's nice. That's nice that
Yeah.
you're so close. Like, I'm pretty close. Well, we just had a falling out, but we're nice to each other again. My ex-husband.
Yeah.
But it makes it so much. But do you have
Yeah.
children
Yeah,
with her?
2 kids, yeah.
It makes it so much easier. Like
Yep.
my ex-husband, my current husband, who hopefully he'll be there forever, but.
Right.
Shit happens sometimes. you
Oh,
know?
girl, you are preaching to the choir.
But anyhow, it was a blessing because not many men would put up with what he's put up with, like taking my ex-husband on vacation with us
Oh,
so that
wow.
my daughter would have the opportunity. Wait, you do it too? See, it's a special guy, I'll tell you.
It's amazing to me. I do not have a good relationship with my ex. I mean, we're good for the kids.
Right,
but,
right.
But we're definitely not vacationers. Though,
Yeah, me and my ex go on vacation with the kids. So
It's just what it is what it is.
it's for them.
It is, exactly.
yeah.
Because I would never let her go alone with him. So
Right.
I was like, you know what? She needs to have a relationship and be able to experience these opportunities and, memories with her father. So what
that's
the hell?
great.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I've had my experience and I've seen yours. I think this is much healthier
Yeah.
for everybody involved.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure. Oh my gosh, 100%.
Okay, so you guys, like I said, you guys have been together for quite some time for a band. Like I said, it's like they hit the 4-year mark and then they're just
Yeah,
It's
I've seen that.
all right. Well, I wanted to tell you, I was watching some of your videos. Has anybody ever told you that your stage presence and everything reminds them of the Interrupters?
no.
Yeah, so much. I was
Really?
like, oh my God, this is like the Interrupters. I was totally like
Stop.
taken back. Yeah, no, like I love the Interrupters. They're coming in concert, by the way.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I love them, and you totally reminded me of them. But that was off what I was saying. But I was just like,
That's
I
okay.
have
You
to
can
say that.
compliment me anytime.
But okay, so what do you think is the key to keeping your band together? Because, like I said,
Trauma.
many people-
Trauma.
trauma.
we also do a lot of stuff, not really as a band, but we also hang out a lot outside of the band.
That's
so
important.
It's not like we're treating this as a job almost.
Right.
We're actually just like
We just
having
get
fun.
to
and
hang
we
out
just
with our
do
friends.
Your friends, yeah, your
Yeah.
friends. That's important. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because we were talking earlier about how we play D&D. And
Yes.
so, like, we all play it as a group. We have a few other people, obviously, that play with us, too. But guess out of all of us, guess who you think our DM is? Our Dungeon Master.
Oh, I was like, what is that?
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. For those of you watching, a Dungeon Master is the person who's in charge.
And tells the story.
Who is it?
me.
I can see that. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that.
Daddy Grant.
Daddy Grant.
Do you guys get dressed up?
No.
No?
Oh, for
They do like on Halloween. And
We've
stuff,
done it
like,
before.
special
We've done
occasions.
Yeah.
it before.
We have
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
done it before. I think we should do it more often, personally. But
We go to like
You guys can do it
MegaCon and
whenever
stuff
you
like
want.
that. So we dress
Do
up
you?
for like MegaCon and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so fun.
Yeah.
My daughter's dying to go. Like, that's going to be me, like, because she's 10 now. But, like,
Oh,
when she
yeah.
gets a little bit older, she's going to be having me drive her all these places.
we're going to MegaCon this year.
Are you?
Yeah, so
Yep.
you should meet up with us out there.
Oh, my God,
It's gonna
that would be so fun.
I'm
That would
so
be so fun.
excited. We all went last year as a obviously as a band, but also as
As a group.
our group, as our Dungeons and Dragon group, and we all dressed up. I want to do matching costumes this time.
Yeah.
No one wants to do it but me. But so I
That
might
would
just
be
show
fun.
up as
Like-
someone's
We'll figure something
matching.
out.
Or, like, a theme, some type of theme.
Yes.
Yeah. I think we did like an anime theme last year.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did do that. I went to Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
It's the only anime I actually watched.
I've never watched it.
That's
But
okay. It's nothing. I
a
mean,
lot of
it's-
the bands on my podcast have watched it. There was one, apparently, it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes.
One Piece.
One Piece
Is
or
it-
Naruto.
And it's
yeah.
not totally appropriate for younger children.
I think that's
that-
all of them, isn't it? All of them?
Oh,
Most of them, yeah.
yeah, it is. Most of them. Okay. So, all right, back to the band.
Sorry.
No. It's no. I definitely need to know this stuff since this is like the path my daughter will be taking.
Stick with us, kid.
We'll show you the way.
I could just send her with you guys.
I mean, you could.
Well, my youngest is 10, so
Oh, okay. Does she go? He?
yeah,
she?
she would love to go.
She did 1 year.
We took them one. We
very
took our
first year.
kids 1 year,
Yeah.
and we're
vowed
like,
to never
never
do it again.
again.
Oh, really?
Never. They were
It's a
so
lot of people. It's
Yeah.
just a lot.
so miserable. And my kids, I mean, not your kids, my kid was so miserable.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
why?
Because she's
lot of
just
it's a lot of walking,
miserable
too.
child. I mean, I love her, but she's not happy unless she's making somebody miserable, and that someone is usually me.
Oh my God.
and so like, and now she talks about it. Like all she did was complain.
Right.
Literally.
She got mad at us for going without her.
Yep. And then
Same
and
with
then
that.
the moment we got back, she was like, "That was so much fun. I can't wait to go next year." I was like,
You ain't going ever
"You
again.
are not going next year." And I sure as heck went without her.
Yep.
I sure
We
did.
had a great time.
And we had the best time. Kids are so fun.
Oh, I know.
They're so fun.
I swear to God, my 20-year-old was an angel her whole life.
Oh, God
My
bless.
10-year-old
Firstborn.
completely screwed.
Yep.
Completely. She's 10 going on like 29.
Yeah.
And she walked down, I was sleeping, and she called me and this morning from upstairs to downstairs.
Yes.
And I didn't answer because I was just waking up.
Right.
And then my oldest came into my room and she was talking with me and we're just chatting.
Yes.
And my youngest comes down with this look on her face like, what the F is wrong with you? And she doesn't even say anything. She's just looking at me like she can't believe. Like, I'm like, hi. She's like, I'm hungry.
Oh my God, that's my youngest son. That's my youngest
Do we
son.
have the same youngest
We
child?
have the same child.
I'm like, holy shit. Okay, is this all because I didn't answer your call and
Yes.
you had to walk downstairs?
Yes, because my oldest is the same.
Uh-huh.
So I mean I love all my children, but there's one you don't want to wake up, right? That's my youngest. My oldest will come in, she'll talk to me, we'll have conversation, we'll laugh. My son's a joy most of the time. He's hilarious, and then my youngest comes in and is just like, "What are you guys doing? I'm hungry." Like literally just like that.
I couldn't believe it.
Oh.
I could not believe it.
Kids are great.
Yeah.
Kids are so great.
Kids are great.
So rewarding.
Do you have children?
No.
Take it that
He has
this
me-
is
he
the
has me and Adria.
best birth
Yeah.
control you could possibly
We are-
I
hear.
kept track of these two guys.
We are his
so.
children.
Yeah, we are. So we have we think it's hilarious. Grant hates,
hates it.
but we call him Daddy Grant because we're always responsible for everybody
Uh-huh.
at home.
Right.
So then when we do band things,
Band things, D&D things.
You're the children.
group
we
things, we go wild.
we are the most
I
obnoxious
understand
children.
that. I understand that.
Though I like to think I'm more like the oldest child. I try to get along, try to make everybody happy.
Yeah. I'm the
You were
youngest.
definitely walking in and asking, "Where's the food? Why has no one fed me
Oh,
yet?"
that's so funny.
Where are we going after this?
That's funny.
Oh gosh.
So, okay. So, your band, your genre, do you guys typically go straight to that genre, or do you have your own favorite and you just kind of appease the others?
we
don't know our genre.
have no idea what we sound like anymore.
Yes, there's elements of different genres in our music,
Right.
I feel.
I think the problem is Steven has a very eclectic taste in music.
Yes.
Okay, what is your favorite type of music?
Oh, depends on the day.
That's how I am. Exactly
Yeah.
how I am.
I can go from death metal to
Mm-hmm.
folk
Yes.
to jazz to hip
That's
hop.
yep, 100% me.
To anything, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then people hear that. Like my daughter's taking me to Eric Church next week.
Okay.
And
yeah, yeah.
everybody that heard that was like, "You like Eric Church?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I love Eric Church." And they're
Yeah.
like, "What?"
And then I don't even know who Eric Church is. That's like,
He's a country
Country.
singer.
oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, I feel
Yeah.
a little bit better now.
Chris Stapleton and Zach Brown are both coming.
Yep.
Like, yeah, so
Yep.
and then there's me, and I literally listen to like
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift and worship.
Oh, so you
music.
are a Swiftie. That's why you were excited.
I am a huge look. Okay, so
Put this on the record.
let's put this on the record that I have officially become a Swiftie. Though I will say I have really liked Taylor Swift for a very long time.
Uh-huh.
She has written every single aspect of my life, and what got me was the Eras tour. I was.
Did you go?
We managed to snag tickets to the Eras tour in Tampa.
Wow.
We did it for my daughter's birthday.
So lucky.
Oh my gosh, literally, I don't even know how we got there. It was a miracle. So we ended up there, and I was excited, and my daughter obviously was very excited, but I didn't realize, this is just a testament to how music works, right? I didn't realize that bitch, Taylor Swift, has been with me for a very long time. Like literally through the hardest parts of my life, she has been there. Like, her music has been there for me. Like I could, she did the Eras tour, so she did all like the songs from all the albums, and I was like, oh, and it takes you right there.
Right.
It takes you right back to that place, and
Back
I'm like,
to December.
God.
Nice one.
I just, you know what? I'm just gonna shake it off. Okay, I can't.
Oh my God, I love it.
I can't. So,
We
but
can do this for a while.
yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. As long as it's Taylor Swift titles, I don't know.
You were in trouble. Let's just start off with a blank space. All right.
You're better at this than I am.
Oh my God.
Anyway, needless to say, I am a Swiftie through and through, and Taylor Swift has saved my life. But it does it causes problems when you're trying to write music if the only thing you have in your brain is Taylor Swift and Hillsong.
And you're not in a band with other Swifties.
Yeah, you're not in a band with other Swifties. I can't tell you how many times I've been trying to get them to cover a Taylor Swift song.
No,
So many of the bands are doing it.
I know.
Yeah.
We have one
You
in the-
could have been first if you
I know,
agreed.
I know.
Telling you, I was ahead of the
We
game.
have actually one.
We have one.
We have one. We're working on another one.
That nobody wants to practice.
What?
Which one is it?
Well, the first one we had was
Style, right?
Style.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then we're working.
No
on-
one's excited except
working
for
on
me.
Antihero a little bit.
Antihero. I like our version of Antihero.
so.
It's actually fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It's very rocky.
more punky.
It's almost Broadway-ish because there's a lot of.
Yeah,
I'm like one of those people that wants to hate Taylor Swift, but I can't find anything to hate about her.
I
She's
know.
extremely talented.
She's so good
and smart.
Yeah.
Like, she's a genius with her choices that she's made. It's like
Seriously.
Yeah.
She has a very good support system. I think that's helped.
yeah.
And so because
Yeah.
of that, I think she's able to make really good business decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
I'm highly impressed. Highly
Yeah.
impressed from the girl that was on the VMAs with Kanye.
Oh yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I do. I watched it. I was
God.
like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, I couldn't. I thought it was absolutely staged.
Yeah,
and then I
same.
was like, wait, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was like, oh, she looks kind of upset. I don't think this was part of it. Anyway.
So you
enough about
mentioned
that.
Hillsong.
Oh,
How do you
yes.
feel about what's happened with them?
Which part?
Well, like the cheating scandals and
Oh my God.
Like-
I'm shocked.
no, that's what my
jeez.
daughter said. Because my daughter, she also played on the worship team as
okay.
a drummer,
Right.
and everybody at her church loved Hillsong.
Yes.
but she always had this feeling. She was like, I just don't like them. Like she just didn't like them. But everybody would be like, oh, we're going to, this and this is Hillsong, this Hill, and she just would never catch on to it. And
Yeah.
then when it all started coming out, she's like, can't imagine.
That discerning spirit, she
Yeah.
knew.
Yeah,
She knew.
yeah. But you still like them.
You know what? I don't really listen to it anymore.
No.
But when I got saved, and I'm using air quotes only because it's like a very specific term, but it doesn't necessarily equate to what other people would. It's too much talking. So
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like when I really decided, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna follow Jesus. I listened to turn on Way FM, and then I didn't change it until literally like 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So like, I have almost no influence outside of that, except for the stuff I used to listen to when I was a kid. But
Right.
and of course Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and
Oh.
NSYNC.
Well, we bonded over like Newfound Glory.
But yes,
Yeah.
Newfound Glory was one of the bands
That's
that were
a band
just
that we have in
like,
common.
that's what we really wanted to do.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
they're like one of your inspirations,
I would
Newfound
say.
Glory?
I would
Yeah.
say for
Yeah.
sure, especially because they came from relatively our area.
Yeah.
Close by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely close by. And I remember when they were hitting the scene, I was in college, and we're just listening to the CD, And I was like, my friend's like, oh, I love these guys. I was like, oh yeah, they're pretty good. Where are they from? And then
Like Coral Springs.
Coral Springs, and like all of they have a whole bunch of references to the area, and I was like, wow, it just felt like we were part of something.
Yeah.
And now so many years later, and they're still kicking. It's great. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that'll be us.
Yeah, I don't know. Like going back to like our genre, we're very like, I don't know. We just kind of want to play stuff that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it does sound good.
But it kind of
Thank
puts
you.
us
And
in a
you-
little pickle trying to book with other bands sometimes.
Yes, that does make it difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that when I do my events, like I kind of get stuck with that because I don't want people to think I'm favoring one genre. So it's kind
Right.
of like a big like free for all, like whatever.
Right.
You know.
We're really lucky. There's the band The Shake.
yeah.
that-
The Shake is good. Yeah.
They're so
Yeah.
good. I really appreciate them for so many reasons, but one of them is because I feel like they've really tried to kind of take us under their wing
Mm-hmm.
and just they reach out a lot, like, hey, do you want to play with us,
Right.
stuff like that. And I'm always like, I want to be just like them, but
Yeah.
then we get there and I'm just like, we're not really just like them at all, are
No.
we? But the fact that they're always asking to just kind of support us and they come out to our shows and
Right.
things like that. It's
Yeah.
like I'm so appreciative for
Yeah.
their scene.
Yeah.
And I
the
think
scene.
that's important,
The
like
scene,
the
yeah.
bands supporting each other and everything. It's
Yeah.
like for the most part, I've noticed everybody supports everybody. There's a handful that I could name that show up for their set and leave right after. I
Yeah.
hate that, but I just
Yeah.
won't invite anybody back that does that because it's not what I put the events on for. It's,
Right.
It's I think very important to market yourself amongst the scene
For
Right.
sure.
and for that sake of
Right.
showcases.
Yeah, and I feel like it's like a family. Like we all got to
Exactly.
support each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely in the beginning. I know that Steven's always been very adamant. He's like, we have to stay to the very end, and
Yeah.
it's since we've been doing it longer and longer, I realize how important it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll be honest. In the beginning, I was like, I got to get back home to my kids.
Well, you have
know?
kids.
Yeah, that's the thing. So like a lot of
And
times
you
I was
work at like 5 in the morning sometimes. So like those weekday shows.
yeah, I
Yeah.
also work at 5 a.m. But nowadays I'm just like,
I'll just go straight to work.
I'll just go straight to work. Just to have some more
Haven't done that before,
espresso.
have you?
I'll be fine.
That's
Actually, the
funny.
one night we had a really late show at Fat Cats. You remember that?
Yes.
Where it didn't start until 11 p.m.
Yeah.
We were doing the after party for the Wonder Years in the Hot Mulligan.
Oh, okay.
And so it was kind of booked as like the unofficial after party. So the show didn't start until their show ended, which was
Right.
at 11 o'clock.
Right.
And I remember I stuck around until the Shake. They were the last ones on stage, and they ended at like 1:30.
And you got a 45-minute drive.
And then a 45-minute drive back, and then I had
Yeah.
to work the next morning. And I was like,
Rockstar life.
Yes.
Rockstar
Yep.
life.
Yeah. That's my Odyssey Live event that I just had last month, was it? Or 2 months ago? I don't know when the hell it was. It got started late. It was a new venue.
Okay.
So I had to get through all the kinks. Like they'd never done an event for locals
Right.
ever.
Yeah.
And I had to get through like a lot of kinks. We started substantially late, like at a solid hour late. And then it just oh my God, I got home at 6:30 in the morning.
Oh my god,
And I was like,
Oh
oh
my
my God, I'm dying.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and then I had to after something like that, you can't fall right to sleep,
No.
especially because driving 45
Oh,
minutes
yeah.
home and then I had to lay in bed and bitch about it all
Yeah,
to my
oh,
husband,
absolutely.
who apparently heard nothing about it, but was answering me. He's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "You literally had this conversation with me."
That's me.
He's like, "I was probably just talking in my sleep." But
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
That was, but it was fun.
Yeah, that's
it just
good.
was so.
It was a great time though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It
that was-
always is. Even when it starts late, it's always a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your genre of choice?
I don't really know.
No.
No.
Like alternative.
You're like all over the place, I feel
I'm
like.
kind of all over the place, yeah. The only thing I just don't like is rap music, and that's about
No.
it. Anything else I listen to.
Yeah.
I kind of like rap music.
Love rap.
I kind
Yeah,
of
I'm-
know it is.
Like it.
That's okay, you don't have to.
There's certain that I don't, but my old school rap, like I have
Tupac.
a diehard. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Too
I mean,
short.
I don't like
Short,
dislike it or
yeah.
anything. I just like, I can't really get
It's
into
just
it.
what it
Okay.
is. Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't get you.
Yeah. No, I get that. Okay, so as a band collectively, what do you guys think is the best decision that you've made so far that's really made you guys what you are?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a great question. Switching studios.
Yeah, okay. Yes. I think, you know what? Yes. Okay, so I think a lot, okay. what had happened was, so when our very first album, we were playing these same 6 songs for years because we had kind of used a few of them for church. We did use 2 of them. No, 2 of them for church.
2 of them.
2 of them for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so we had been playing them for a while, and now we're like, okay, well, we're just trying to get serious about this. Let's create a whole EP. So we did, and so we went to the first. I was in charge at the time, which wasn't a great idea, but I was in charge at the time.
That has since changed.
That has since changed
A little bit.
I'm in charge of certain things.
We're in charge of certain things now.
But
The children are in charge.
exactly, Grant. Jeez.
But his opinion has great weight to it.
It does. Huge weight. So I was like, just looking up. I'm like, forget it. I'm just going to throw money at the problem, and I'm just going to book a studio. And if everybody complains about it, then they can find the next studio, which is exactly what they did.
Which is what happened.
But I think the studio was great. Our first studio
for like a first studio
was Dream Machine in West Palm Beach. And Miller's great.
Yeah.
He's very meticulous. He has a very specific idea of what music should sound like.
Okay.
It has to be perfect, right? And so we went in, and it was really a crash course on making it the best you could make it.
Right.
No fillers.
I can say that we did learn a lot from that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
learned a lot. Like no sit, nothing to no corrects.
Playing to a track.
No playing to a track. Nothing. It was
Right.
literally like if you didn't get it right, he'd just have you start over.
Right, okay.
And like he'd stop you halfway through. He'd start you 5 seconds in, and he'd start over. So it was like boot camp for recording.
Right.
And so we learned a lot from the experience. We learned how to practice. We learned how to prepare. We
With the
learned
metronome.
play with a metronome.
Metronome. Oh my.
Still haven't done it yet.
Shut up, Grant.
We do occasionally.
No, we're very professional. We have a metronome.
Yes, for
We have
practice.
one.
Do you have the
We
app on your
own
phone?
one.
Is that
Absolutely.
Do we use it? Anyway, so we learned a lot of things. We ended up with the album There You Have It.
okay?
Which was just kind of like, there, it's done. There
Yeah,
you have it.
there you
there you
have
have it.
We
Like
finally did it.
exactly. And so, which I'm very proud of.
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
can
yeah.
tell from that one to the one that we ended up, we switched studios for the next EP because Nick, who unfortunately is not here, has a childhood friend that just opened up his studio, which
Okay.
is Succulent Studios, and it's Patrick
Yeah. Monty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're allowed to call him we're allowed to call him Patrick because he knows Nick, but his name he goes by Monty.
Yeah.
Monty. Is he in Lake Worth?
Yes.
Okay.
He's literally right down the street from us. It's
Oh, okay.
amazing. Yeah.
He plays saxophone in some of the bands.
Oh,
like
nice.
Shakespeare.
Yes.
Okay.
He's very talented. So welcoming. So
Yeah.
like, it was a completely different feel. Like I went in very nervous because
Right.
I'm like, what
Yeah.
if I don't get it right? Like, how
Because you're all
long am I gonna
stressed
be-
out from the last studio.
Yeah, I was very stressed out, and he's just like, "No worries, we'll just correct it." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, watch this," and he just like changed it. I was like, "Oh, you mean I don't have to be good? I just have to be here? That's amazing."
But not only that, he added he was like, you know what sound cool right here? If we added this part, if we
Yeah,
added,
nice.
if we
Okay.
added strings right here, if we added a piano piece right here, and we're just like, yeah.
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 It's like the first studio was more old school, it seems.
Very old
Yeah.
school, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Very
like
old school, and it wasn't necessarily like what. How do I phrase this? Like, his idea for what we should sound like wasn't what we thought we should sound
I
like.
got
Right, yeah.
Okay.
he was a
Yeah.
purist. He was a purist, I
Yeah.
think is the best way to
and
put
but
it.
he wasn't really based in he was focusing more on jazz and
Yeah.
that style of music,
Yeah.
and it wasn't necessarily the sound that we wanted.
Right.
Right. But we went in with Succulent Studios, and
Yeah.
they got us almost right away.
Yeah.
Just like, kind of want it to sound like this. And then next thing you know, he's mixing it, and I'm just like, wow, this sounds a million times better than I
Yeah.
could have imagined.
Right.
And that's what I think I liked most about it, was that we came in more with concepts. Like,
Mhm.
obviously we had our songs and they were prepared and things like that, but we're like, we really want this album to sound like, to have this type of a story or this type of a feel.
Right.
Mhm.
And so it's our first album that has like a through line.
Okay.
You know, so it's just like all the songs kind of connect in one way or another,
Right.
Yeah.
and then you're kind of left with this nice little bow at the end. And I'm really proud of it.
I'm super proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did a good job.
Are you still with that new studio?
We
That's where you.
we're just talking about how we
were
were
talking
like,
about going back to record.
Yeah.
We
Some
want to go
stuff.
back
Yeah.
so bad. We want to record Christmas.
Oh,
a
that's
Christmas
fun.
song, because no one ever
No one has
Cool.
drops
done that.
anything,
And then you have to do a Christmas show.
Oh, yeah.
That's what has to happen.
Yeah.
Get the album.
Well, yeah, we actually do have
a Christmas show.
booked right before Christmas.
We
so-
do have like we're gonna market it as a Christmas
Christmas
show.
show.
That would be
Yeah.
so fun.
Where is it at? Is that the one? It's at Propaganda.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Propaganda in Lake Worth. I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
I love playing there.
Do
They're
you?
so good to us. They
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
basically just like, yeah, come whenever and bring your people, and
That's nice.
we'll put on a good show. And it's the locals are really, they're diehard.
Yeah.
They come in.
They
There's-
take you in.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
support you. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, you play here, then now we have to come see you because you
Right.
play here.
Right.
So it's a really great community, and we're really lucky to be part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah.
a good. I've heard really good things. I've actually never gone to a show at Propaganda, but I've
bit of a
heard
drive.
such good things about that.
it's fun.
Venue. Yeah.
It's fun. It's loud. It's loud, but it's like I said, it's
It's
like
what it's supposed to be.
It's a community.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your neighborhood dive bar.
So, okay, to your songs, all your songs that you have, what are your favorites? I mean, I don't know if you have the same favorite, if you each have your own favorite.
What is your favorite?
Out of all the songs we have, it's hard. It's like picking a child.
But I'm your favorite, right?
No comment.
Wow. I like Memories a lot.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so why? Walk me through that song.
It's just one of our more harder, faster songs.
Okay.
And it's really fun to play live.
Mhm.
And I kind of feel like everybody kind of gets into it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it also showcases. Like, if we were to pick one song that really describes who we are as a band, I'd say it's Memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of like genre in
Right.
there. Like there's like a heavy metal, there's like a hardcore breakdown.
Okay.
It's like they're fast paced, like skate punk style.
Oh, nice.
And stuff like that. Yeah.
Who wrote that song?
That's the music. I wrote it, and
It
then
was
she
you?
wrote the
Okay.
lyrics.
I
Yeah.
got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually did a music video for
that
it,
one. Yeah.
but we did it ourselves. So
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
hopefully you can't tell we
Most
did it ourselves.
everybody does it themselves.
Oh my gosh, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was like my
Yeah.
favorite part was
Yeah.
was doing the music video.
Walking through the Aldi in your
Yeah, so like
costume.
I kept saying like we need to have like more visual content.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you huffing and puffing over there.
Yeah, I forgot we did that. I forgot we did the whole
Because
all-day
me and
thing for
Andrew are
that
the only
song.
ones that dressed up.
Yeah. So I told the guys, I was like, what do you want to what do you want to
Dress goofy,
see?
it'd be
Yeah.
funny.
At some point, I need you guys to show up in a costume. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
keep hitting the mic, but. And everyone's like, yeah, no, we'll totally, we'll bring a costume. It's going to be
Yep.
great. And I'm the only one who showed up in a costume.
Oh my
You had a
God.
costume, but
No,
I showed. I
was-
had.
You had a costume.
I was
had short
told
shorts and a
that
tank
everybody
top.
else is going to be costume because I'm me. I wouldn't need a costume.
Oh, that's true. That was true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think that's just the excuse we made because we knew you wouldn't.
Yeah, we knew you
Exactly.
weren't going to show up in a costume.
Of course not.
You, like,
but it
brought
wasn't-
sunglasses.
Yeah, he's like, I was just going to go as myself.
So you have me in short shorts and a tank top, and Adria dressed up as She-Ra, walking through Aldi.
Complete with a blonde wig.
Right across your house.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, and so like
You filmed the video in Aldi?
yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I worked there. I was
Okay.
a store manager there, and I was like, I'm just gonna beg for forgiveness later.
So did you do it after hours?
Nope.
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 No. Oh.
Nope.
Bunch of random
5
people.
o'clock.
That's true.
5
I
o'clock
did.
during the week. 6
That
o'clock
is
during
awesome.
the week.
Yeah, I saw my boss found out obviously, and she's just like, hold on, let me go look at the cameras. And she looking at the cameras, and she's like, are you even allowed to do this? I was like, I'm sorry. So then I had to go through like all the channels to see if it was something that we could even post, if it was something that was appropriate. I was like, look, worst case scenario, just take out those parts.
Yeah.
But man, they're the best parts.
They are the funniest
They're the
parts.
best parts.
And you took him out?
Nope.
Nope,
Oh,
they're
okay.
in there.
All right, I'm gonna totally.
I
watch
got
this.
the okay because there was
That's
nothing
funny.
that was distinguishing that it
Yeah.
was the store.
Right.
But anybody who's ever been in an Aldi is like, wait a minute.
Clancy chips.
No, please.
I know that place.
Oh, that's funny.
So anyway, yeah, that was the best part, and we got a few laughs out of it too. It's funny because my not my district manager, the hires up,
Okay.
had come into the office at one point, and we were on the security screen.
Oh, no.
and he's like. He thought, okay, so apparently he thought that we had pulled up this image to make fun of the customers in the store.
Oh, God.
And my boss had to explain to him,
No.
that's not exactly what happened. You know, this one right here in the blonde wig is actually our store assistant store manager. And he's like, All right, we're just gonna move on from this.
Oh
We're
my
just
gosh,
gonna
that's so
move
funny.
on.
Didn't see nothing. Nothing ever happened.
Nothing ever happened. Anyway, go check out the video. It's fun.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna look at it.
On YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The easiest way to get to it, I think, is from if you just go to our website,
Yeah.
33 Lions.
Or the Instagram has the link tree to everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The link tree is
Yeah.
a great one. I always forget it's there.
So, what do you think is the hardest song that you had to write?
To write? Oh God.
Right.
I have a lot of like emotionally hard songs to
The
write.
hardest song for you to get was Goodbye Hollywood.
That was the hardest one to
Okay,
learn.
so
yeah.
what's the background?
So-
Where does that come from?
I wrote everything in Goodbye Hollywood.
Yes.
Except for some parts.
Except for okay, except for the parts because we're still friends with this particular someone
Yes.
that
Okay.
doesn't exist, and so all the bad parts, I that was me.
Yeah, it was-
I added all those extras in.
Yeah, this was about a fling that I had with somebody. It lasted for like a year plus.
That's not a fling.
It's not a fling.
Not a
Don't even pretend.
I didn't think so either. But according to other people, it was.
Which is why.
The song is
That's
called
why it made
Goodbye
the album.
Hollywood.
Which is why it made it on the album.
Oh my God, that's
It's about
hysterical.
somebody that was singing that lived in Hollywood.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, and so if she's listening to this, then all the bad parts I wrote
Yes.
and everything else you
Because
wrote.
it's a very angry song.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gathering that.
I'm okay with it because I get writer's credit. So
Yes.
That's funny. That is so funny.
but it was
And it wasn't
the
a fling.
yeah, it was-
It was the first song that I had written lyrics that I presented to you to play as the full band.
Yeah.
And you were like, I don't know how to sing somebody else's lyrics.
I was very
Oh.
I was very nervous about singing it. I honestly I had a lot of dread about singing it because I'm like I was really worried about letting Steven down. And then I think even at that time it felt like we were kind of walking on eggshells. Like we were both wanted this so badly,
Yeah.
but we weren't sure if we were like really getting each other. So like I was taking things too sensitively. I don't know if you were, but I was
There was
definitely
a point, yeah.
taking things very like I was very sensitive, and so I was afraid that I was just like this is just one more thing that we are just going to keep butting heads on.
Right.
So I had a lot of trepidation about doing it justice, and so we practiced that song. God, it felt like for hours and hours and hours. And at one point, he had said to me, he's like, is it this hard because you didn't write it, which is all he said. But instead I heard, is it because you're such a diva that you didn't write this song that you're not going to do it justice? And I was like, I'm trying my best. And I could tell he's like, what just
Slow
happened?
down.
Don't understand why you're upset.
The things we're both very passionate about.
It's
this
almost
band.
like you weren't emotionally
Right.
connected with it. It sounds like what he
Right.
was
Yes.
trying to say.
Right.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting it. Like I wasn't feeling it the way I thought it
Right.
should have been
Yeah.
felt. I eventually, I don't remember what clicked, but something I remember distinctly during.
You
the
did
rehearsal.
actually change some of the lyrics around, so that it might have been
Oh, really?
yeah
Oh,
the original lyrics. But
okay. Oh yes. Okay. Yeah, a couple
so
of
you're
them.
like, oh, can I just do this and this and this? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, and then it was like it felt more
Middle.
like a groove. But
Yeah.
yeah, but even still I think emotionally we got more connected
Yeah.
and it became easier to sing.
I got you.
Yeah.
So, it's funny. It's not I don't know if it's funny. It might be weird, but songwriting is like making love. It's like you
Yeah.
have to really trust your
Intimate.
partner.
Yeah.
It's extremely intimate and so it's like making love. Like it's another reason these guys can't leave me. We're too intimate. What do you mean you're dating somebody?
I have to meet her.
How are we supposed to write music? Who is this person?
That is hysterical. But that's where the best music comes from, is through relationships, breakups,
Yeah.
heartaches. And are most of your songs about relationships, or is it
Of
like
some sort,
what's the most
probably.
random song that you've written?
Uh,
Well, Live Forever's not about a relationship, is it?
well, not
with a
with the
person.
person. No.
Yeah.
So, but I don't like. But that's not really a random song. Like,
Yeah.
ironically, I think all of our songs
I think
are very.
all of our songs. Yeah.
Not really-
It's
Yeah.
very specific.
Yeah.
I
No.
love that though. I love those kinds of songs, and I love like the play on words, sort of say like where you could think it's meaning something else, but it's like
Yes.
it can mean so many different
was-
things, and it
yeah.
can hit so many different people different ways. But it's
I think that's what
yeah.
Live Forever is probably
Live
more
Forever's
like.
like that. I would say My Yesterday's like that too. Probably.
My Yesterday for sure.
Yeah.
People are always like, "Oh my gosh, this means X, Y, and Z to me," and I'm like, That's good. I'm glad. That's way better than what I was thinking. I'm
gonna take your
I'm
idea.
gonna go with that. Next interview. That's what I'm gonna go with.
That's funny. So, what band would you guys love to collaborate with? As far as like, let's say a local band and a famous band.
I want to do anything with Young Fiction.
I would do, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Have
Anything
you guys
with
played
Young
shows with Young Fiction?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
twice.
How have I not been
What,
to them?
so like
Where were
one
they
time
The
One-
first show we ever played was at Tough Times.
was that Tough
Okay.
Times.
We
Yeah.
had never played with them before.
It was the
and
first time we saw them.
Yeah, first time we met them, and I remember Koa, like, that was their last song. Koa jumped on the bar.
Oh
He's
my
so
god!
fun.
I literally was just like, I went from being like, wow, these guys are really good, to being like,
And they had already put on a high energy show.
Yes.
before
Always
that.
bring it.
like my
Always.
jaw was
Jumping off
on the
amps, swinging
floor.
microphones, and I was just like, oh my god, these guys are amazing. And then
I was like, I want to be like
Koa
them
jumped
when
on
I
the
grow
bar,
up.
and I was like, the fuck?
And apparently that was not planned.
That was not.
It was
planned.
not practiced or rehearsed. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And from that moment on, I was just like,
I want to play shows.
Please
with you
let me
guys.
take me with you wherever
Yeah.
you go. I just want to be your
Talk
friend.
about our show, our last show we had with
Oh yeah, so our last show we played was at the Black Flamingo.
Brewery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, was it for two people?
It was
Like 2
yeah,
weeks
yeah,
ago? Yeah.
that's the one
Yes,
we saw.
yes,
We saw their
yes.
interview, and I was like, "Oh crap, that was our show."
But they had a great time. So hey.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank God.
Great time.
I was
Thank
so
God.
scared they were gonna be like, I never want to play with them again.
I know.
We
They'll
only
play
had,
anything.
we
Let me
only had
tell you,
3
they're
people in this.
such good guys. They would never.
They're
make-
so cool. They're so cool. Like, because we had just done a show the week before there,
Yeah.
and then we were also playing at the festival that they had the day after. So I think that's why a lot of, like, for whatever reason, like the schedules were just the way they were. Like people were like, "Oh, we're gonna get you tomorrow," or like, "You're gonna be out of town that whatever the case
so,
may
like,
be."
half of our band was out of town that Friday, but was able
Literally.
to make it that Saturday.
Right?
And
Yeah.
so it was just me and you on Friday. We're like, well, we'll just do an acoustic show.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we had Leah Simmons, who we played with before. She opened for us. And Dominic Delaney, who played an acoustic show
Who
with
I
us.
fangirl over all the time.
Right.
Poor Dominic.
And then Young Fiction was full band.
Yeah. And they're like, why are we the only full band? They're like, we could have done acoustic. I was like, no, we wanted to
We
see
wanted the full
band.
band.
We wanted the full band.
We actually set this up just to
This
watch
was-
it.
exactly.
That's
was like,
exactly
this is
how it
for
went
us.
down. I was just like, the other person, other than that one guy in the video, was me.
It was you. That's funny.
And I was like front row and center, like loving my life, taking pictures. So
That's
yeah.
funny.
So sorry guys. The whole reason that you came out was for my need to see you live.
Shout out
is
to Young Fiction
funny.
for dealing with us.
Yes, big shout out to Young Fingers.
That's
But I'm
so
glad that
funny.
they had a good time. They've been so, every time we do play with them, which obviously it's not too often, but
Yeah.
they're always so gracious.
Mm-hmm.
They're always like, after our set, they're always like, "Oh, you guys did such a great job,"
Mm-hmm.
and like to the point where you can tell like they're not just blowing smoke.
Right,
They're
yeah.
like they're coming back to you with like specific lyrics or like
Mm-hmm.
things like, "Oh, this really meant this to me," and it's
That's
like,
my new favorite song.
yeah.
They're such
Yeah.
nice, genuine guys. They really are. Every single one of them.
Yes, So I'm like, just anytime you want to just put me in your pocket and take me wherever you want to go, I'll follow you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're great guys.
And if they're watching, they'll love to hear that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Okay, so
Hey.
what famous band would you want to collaborate with?
Taylor Swift.
Oh shit!
I'm just
that
kidding.
coming.
I just kidding. I will bow out of this one. You go ahead.
There's so many. If I had to choose one that was closest to us, maybe A Day to Remember.
Okay.
I would love to play with A Day to Remember.
Okay.
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
No, I
No.
haven't given any thought to it.
Okay.
So
All
we'll
right.
Put that in the universe then.
Yeah.
Dana
You got to
River,
put it
yeah,
out
for
there. That's
sure,
what you have to
for
do.
Sure.
So, all right. Bring me to your funnest show that you ever played.
Oh, it was prop for
The release party.
the release party. Was
The release
super
party
fun.
was fun.
It was super fun.
There was another show.
Fat Cats was cool.
Fat Cats was fun. We played with Lise one time,
Oh, that.
and
At
I was
Ginger's?
super drunk. No, at Tough Times, and I was super drunk, and I was having so much fun.
Wait, was that for the Halloween party?
I think it was the Halloween party. It was it was the Halloween
The
party.
Halloween party was super
Yes.
fun. Yeah, we all dressed up.
Yeah.
You went as.
That's Ash Ketchum.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because you showed up with
'Cause we all- yeah,
Pikachu.
because we all got
He had a
dressed
little
up.
baby Pikachu with
God,
him.
that's
Oh my gosh,
I was
yes.
just a Naruto character.
And then Nick just showed up with a pickle.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle. Oh my God! My
He
my
was-
kid told me she wanted
he
to be a
was-
pickle this
He
year.
was Pickle Rick while drumming.
That is hysterical.
Couldn't see anything.
Yeah, literally.
Poor
He takes
guy.
off his costume after his set. He's just wet.
Oh, I bet. Oh my God.
So that was a lot of fun. I liked our release party
The
because
release party was fun. It was really laid back. And
we had a lot of, like, it was a
Yeah.
party in the sense
Yeah.
that we had, like, giveaways and then we were giving out stuff. We had a raffle.
yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Everybody came out
Yeah.
and was like having a good time.
Yeah.
And Dominic
Yeah.
Delaney played for us.
Dominic Delaney
Oh
played
my
for
gosh,
us.
when we were announcing that we're doing this show, Dominic Delaney, I think, was the first person to be like, yeah, just, I'll totally do it.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
He wants to play with us.
Oh my God, you don't give yourself
He
enough
really
credit.
likes us.
They're probably doing this because you guys are playing.
stop it.
Stop.
No, they're not. But thank you for saying Thank you for saying that. But yeah, I guess that's part of the reason I like doing it so much is that I feel like I'm surrounded by, like, I'm in the cool kids club. Like, every time we play with anybody, I'm like, wow, I can't believe we get to play with these people. Like, we've played with some really amazing bands, just like good people in general. Even like Billy Doom, we haven't actually played with.
Oh, I
but
love Billy
they
Doom.
come out a lot of times to see like Dominic Delaney, who we play with
Yeah.
pretty often, and so like they're always supporting.
They are.
They always
Yeah.
stay for our set.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
There's some nice guys.
really
Yeah,
great
really
guys.
nice guys.
I will say one of the things I've noticed is like a lot of times I'm the only woman that gets on that stage, and I don't typically think about that because I tend to be in male spaces normally,
Right,
so it's
right.
not really that strange of a thing. But I will say, since I started being since I've been a vocalist and being the only girl in a lot of the scenes, it starts to feel like, am I allowed to be here? And I feel like the guys make a point of really stepping in and like reinforcing
yeah.
like, yes, of course you get to be here. You
Nice.
know, like, oh,
Yeah.
like they always recognize me and they
Right.
give me a hug and they're just like, oh, so glad to see you. I mean, it helps that Steven's with me. Because I think a lot of times they're just like, who's the girl? Oh,
We know Steven.
We know Steven. That must be the girl from the singer. Yeah, we know her. But I really appreciate the fact that they really make an effort. Everybody
Yeah.
really makes an effort to come out and make me feel welcome
Yeah.
there, even if I am the only. I don't even know if they do it consciously.
There's not very many female-fronted bands, and I think you responded to me. You were already on my list.
Yeah.
I was trying to find
Oh,
like
yeah,
all
that's
the
right, yeah.
females because I wanted to do a show with all female-fronted bands,
Yeah.
and then like kind of like do it where like I give like the proceeds to like women in distress or something like
Right,
that.
right.
But I
love
thought
that.
that would be fun, because not like I noticed like at my shows, I'm like shit. Everybody here is guys.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
no girls, and it's just
And a lot of times, even like in the audience, a
Yeah.
lot of times it's a majority men.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I guess this is kind of where we butt heads when it comes to our music. It's like I'm looking for more of like a female gaze. I guess is like for like one because I'm a woman, so I
Right.
write lyrically from the female perspective.
Right.
And then, but the music's really good, and not that I'm saying like men have a better taste in music, but it tends to draw more of a male crowd.
Yeah.
So even on our Spotify, like our algorithm, we are split right down the middle for people who listen to us. So it's
Okay.
like literally 50-50 male and female.
Right.
But I noticed that a lot of women don't necessarily come out.
right.
So I don't know how to make it more female friendly. I mean, it's
Right.
just music, so I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are the things that I guess I've noticed. A few obstacles. So I love the idea of doing.
Yeah, I thought that would be fun just because I realized it when I was like, I don't ever have any women. Like it's, I got my kid
Right.
who she just automatically thinks she's going to be involved in everything that I do.
Obviously.
And, well, I did kick her out of one, but I was like, I got to be fair. I'm doing this for everybody.
Right,
So,
right.
but like I could count on one hand, like before people responded to me, like the female fronted bands. And,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of really good ones that I have since found out about. I was like, wow, okay, all right,
Right.
this is good.
I wonder if it has a lot to do with the fact that it's just like it's hard for women. Like it's easy for me to be in the band because I knew these guys outside of the band, basically. Like I already knew them from church. I already had a relationship with them,
Right.
And they already played instruments. I wonder if it's just harder to find if you're starting off on
I
your
think
own.
it is. Unless you're starting your own thing as a female, I think guys typically want to stick with guys.
Right.
You know? And that's,
I mean, a simple thing
That's-
is like touring.
yeah.
Does that mean we have to find accommodations for the girl? Like,
True.
especially because, like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So, like, Dominic Delaney and the Shaker going on tour. I think Dominic's leaving this week, I think.
I think somewhere in October, I think he's going on. Not with the Shake though. I don't think.
Oh, no. I thought
Just
they
a
were doing it
separate
together.
tour. Just a separate tour, I think.
well, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
They're telling us about their touring experience
Right.
and about like their accommodations and like where they're staying. And I'm like, I don't know if I can actually do that as a woman. I don't know if it's safe. So it's like there's a lot of
Yeah.
different things, like things I just never considered before.
Right.
I've always
I
just-
never thought of that.
Yeah, I never thought of it. I'm just like, oh well, whatever. We'll figure it out when we get there. But now I'm just like, I don't know if I can do it
Yeah.
like that. So it poses a few
Yeah.
challenges. But don't worry, Dad's got it.
Yeah.
Figure it out
That is going
eventually.
to take care of us.
Right, Groot?
Oh God.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. So let's say this time next year, where do you want to see 33 Lions?
I want to be playing Revolution. That would be cool.
Yeah, we played. I think last year was Respects and Prop, and we would kind of want to build off of that and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
play
we
a bigger venue.
we've
Yeah.
been really lucky in the sense that
Yeah.
like when we first started, I was like, okay, the goal is to do
Respectable.
respectables. That was like
Yeah.
that was like the thing. I was like, if we can get there, we're really doing it. And then we managed to get on that stage pretty quickly
Yeah.
because we're lucky that Steven has connections with the
Mhm.
place. And so, and it's funny because you think like, oh, I've got these goals, right? And like, I'm going to get these goals. And then you reach them and you're like, well, that happened a whole lot sooner than I thought. So what are we supposed to do
Now what?
Now what? And it's really important to have the next thing, even
Yeah.
no matter how crazy it sounds.
Right.
Always have like the next thing.
Yep.
Because I feel like we really floundered after we hit that first goal.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have anything else to work towards afterwards. So we kind of had to shift gears and, having our next goal be completing a second EP, I think gave us
Yeah.
more direction.
Mhm.
And so that that was something that was doable, tangible. We could see the process of it.
Mhm.
And then it was like, how many shows can we do in this time period? Like,
Right,
how many
right.
connections can we make in this time period? Like,
Yeah.
I think what really helped for us too is that I stopped doing things and Steven took over.
Maybe.
Well, that's smart to have the guy with the connections to.
Well,
take
he's
it, yeah.
he's always good. People love Steven. I mean, look at his face.
Yeah.
How could you not love him? But like he's in the scene. Like
Right.
he knows the bands. He likes the bands.
Mhm.
He's very personable.
Yeah.
Everybody here, I'm just shouting your praises.
You can keep going.
He's just he's
Like,
so
I'm not stopping you.
wonderful, good looking, comes from a great family, long walks on the
Single.
beach.
Is he single?
Single. Currently single.
That might be some. I'm joking.
Yeah, better be joking. We have to write music, mister.
No. I need my heart broken some more so I can write more.
Yeah, so we're looking for a new girl that will be willing to break Steven's heart.
Steven's
So we can write better music. Looking for a heartbreaker out there.
And he has no problem with having a year-long fling.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah, because apparently a year fling is just a fling. Can that be our next fluff song?
Yeah, we'll
It's
work
just a
something
fling, and it will be about this year-long relationship that's involving.
Oh my God, I can't wait to hear that song.
It sounded different saying it out loud. It was like, yeah, I realize now it's not a fling.
That's just what you were told. You're being gaslit. It's
I was being
fine.
gaslit.
The next song we really do have to write is the Thanksgiving Day song.
Yeah.
Because no one writes
No one
about
writes
Thanksgiving.
Okay, so what do you think's going to fill the lyrics of this song?
Getting drunk so you don't have to deal with your family issues.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel
All
it's
right.
relatable.
I thought that was
Okay.
the Christmas song.
That's
No.
another get drunk and
That's
not feel your feelings.
They
Okay.
just want to get
what-
drunk and.
That's
Maybe
part
that's
two.
Yeah.
maybe that's what
the
the
problem. Are you sure you didn't want to be?
maybe that's the next album we're looking for. What's this album about? It'll just be fuzzy words.
That's funny.
Yeah. So anyway, so going back to our goals. What was our goals? Oh, I'm sorry. We're
Revolution
talking
Live.
about how
Mhm.
Steven took over building connections with people,
Yeah.
and he started booking
Mhm.
shows, like just reaching out. We managed to get our electric press kit
Yeah.
online. That's helped because at least when we do give our
Try to
information,
contact venues, but like, here's what
like
we have.
here, listen,
Nice.
we look
Yeah.
kind of professional,
Smart.
yeah. And so we have like, we have like our actual website. It's just 33lions.com, and so it's easy to remember. And all like literally everything we ever had is already on there.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Well, it also helped that you gave me access to the Instagram.
it's not that I didn't want to give you access. I didn't know how to give you access. Like I'm not a tech
So
savvy
you never
person.
know if you're talking to me or Adria.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's funny.
But you will know because
we text totally
we
differently.
text differently.
Yeah.
Who do I talk to?
both
Both
of
of
us.
us.
At
Oh,
one
okay.
point, at one point, it's been both of us.
Yeah, now it's gonna be
Sometimes
like-
it's both of us at the same time. When I'm like, I didn't send that.
We're both
Sad thing is, I didn't even get confused on the other end.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
That's the goal we're going with.
We'll both be like, that's great. That's great. One right after another.
That's my favorite.
Oh, that's funny.
And I was like, oops, didn't mean to send it twice.
And then he'll text me, get off Instagram. I'm trying to have a conversation.
Oh, that's hysterical.
So it's been, I think that's also helped us kind of keep up with each other.
Yeah, because we're kind of on the same page now. What's going on? So
Yeah, that's helped a lot. I mean, everybody has their strength. I'd say, like, Nick's strength for sure is just the amount of people he has coming out to supporting him. If
Oh,
nothing
that's
else.
important.
Obviously, he's a fantastic drummer. He's
Right.
very
well,
talented.
and he has the connection with this, like the studio we had.
Yes.
A couple bands that he's actually worked with people because he used to work at School of Rock.
School of
Okay.
Rock, yeah.
And so
uh-huh.
he had a lot of people that were in bands. So we played shows with some of Jupiter Troop and Solar Reef.
Yeah. Oh, they're so good.
So good, but
So good. They put on such a great show. Like, they have just such a great presence,
Yeah.
you know, and their music is like, I don't know, jam worthy, I guess.
It's like funky.
Yeah, really funky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
It's
the
their name.
vocalist. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then there's another guy, Brett Galaxy. We just recently
Yes.
started playing with.
Yeah, he
I've
plays
never heard
drums
of
for
him.
Brett Galaxy also.
Yeah, so he's brand new.
Brand
like
new.
Okay.
literally just got on the scene, and we only found out about him because Nick knows him.
Yeah.
And so we're like, he's like, oh yeah, my friend, he's trying to get on the scene, looking. I was like, well, obviously he could totally open for us. We would love to have somebody who would want to play with us. Anybody, anybody, please. And sure enough, this kid shows up, and he's freaking
Awesome.
phenomenal. He was just
Right.
like, wait, you know this guy? Like,
Oh, that's funny.
where has he been hiding this whole time? So like Nick drums for him as well.
Yeah.
And then they've got their buddy that's their
Bass
bassist.
player,
And last time I talked to Brett, he's talking about how he's going to start writing his own stuff because until now he's just kind of been doing covers
Right.
to get used to performing and stuff. So he's going to start writing his own stuff, which I'm really excited
Yeah.
about. He has a lot of depth. I feel. I mean, we haven't had massively long conversations, except for this one time I met with him in Starbucks. I ran into him there by accident, and next thing you know, we're like 45 minutes later. I was like, "Oh crap, my kid's in the car." I mean,
Car
she's
was
like-
on.
It was
She,
running.
it was
It was
on,
running.
and she's like 15, so she's fine. But like, I was like, "Crap, I gotta go." So yeah, but he's got a lot of depth. So I'm really excited to hear what his new stuff's gonna sound like, or his original stuff for sure. So yeah,
Did you guys always start out with originals, or did you ever start with covers? Like,
no, we did it.
We did our straight originals from
Nice.
the beginning, and then we would throw in like a cover. At the
yeah,
end,
Yeah,
So to get everybody like,
yeah.
yeah. The one time we played at Fat Cats, we did the Newfound Glory song.
Yeah, my friends over here.
Oh my god!
Oh.
I was like, "This is exactly
It
why I want to do
killed.
this." Oh
It
my
was
god,
so
people
good.
loved it.
Yeah.
It was
a good
so
song.
fun.
We had
Yeah,
people trying to jump off the stage.
I had the mic out like. I was like, I feel like a rock star. It was so fun. That was a lot of fun. So
Have your kids been to what you younger kids?
Mine are 12 and 10.
Okay.
yeah, actually, the last show
The
we
last show we played at
did
Black Flamingo.
was
their festival. It was
this
kid friendly.
festival.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
kid friendly.
Yeah.
They got to come.
So my youngest was air guitaring next to the stage
Uh-huh.
in front of everybody.
Yep.
I was
Yeah.
like,
My
all right.
kids who want to pretend I don't exist are just like, oh wait, you're on
You're
the
cool.
stage
People like
now.
you.
That's so
Next
funny.
thing you know, they're on the stage with us, like having to ask us
Yep.
really important questions so that
My
they.
oldest was when she saw everybody coming up to us, like shaking our hands and hugging us and stuff. She's like, "You guys are cool."
That's so funny.
She's 12, going on,
That-
20.
Oh yeah, I've got one of those.
Like too cool for school.
Yeah.
My oldest and his oldest, I swear,
same kid.
they are the same child. They even look alike. Like if they could get away with telling everybody they're siblings,
They,
and
they
it'd
could
be-
get away with it.
for sure. And I remember the day after the show.
Yeah.
My daughter, highest compliments, right, from your 15-year-old. Like no one ever says this to you, and she's like, Mom, I know I really like give you a lot of crap and tell you you're not cool and like you're kind of a loser and you're really embarrassing. I was like, yeah, okay, I get it.
I get it.
I get it. And she's like, but I was really impressed with your show. She's like, you guys are really good. Like, and I'm not just saying that because you're my mom. Like, you guys were really good. You put
That's
on a good show.
awesome.
And so I'm still living on that. That happened a few weeks ago. So I'm still waking up in the morning with that and just like, life is so
life is
good.
great.
That's awesome.
I'm going to just take that to my grave.
That
so.
is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an event at an amphitheater, and I went and I was talking. My husband's friend from work came, and so I was like all the way in the back. I'm talking with this guy, and then I look over, and at the time I think my daughter was 9, She was crowd surfing to the stage. And then she ended up on the stage where she continued to air guitar and
Nice.
like
Yeah.
I'm like, but it was funny because her fingers, she's got them. She's like, I'm like, you don't even know. But I was dying out. That's the day I realized that I'm completely screwed.
Oh,
And,
wow.
Yep, I'm in big trouble.
Yep.
So, but it was so funny. But yeah, she loves going out to the all ages ones.
Yeah.
She loves that.
I mean, I never considered why that would be important until I had kids. And now I'm like, God, I wish my kids could have come to
Yeah.
this. Like, I think they would have really liked it. And I think that's why we're trying more to do like breweries and festivals and things like that, is because a lot of our original fan base they're not coming to the bars. Like,
Right.
let's just put it that way. Like, they're not going to come to the bars, you know, either for like recovery reasons or just timing. You know, they're just like, next time you play in an open field, we'll be there.
Right.
But like, we're not going to be able to make it to wherever.
Yeah.
So it's like having spaces to like venues to perform that involve things other than just a bar is so imperative, I think, for the scene. And I just don't know if there's enough places like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm always on the lookout for other venues that will allow for, you know, more than just like the drunken scene.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, I love it.
Yeah.
Big
but big time.
Big fan.
But but just for like, you know, I think just for our fan base
Right.
specifically, I know a lot of people are like, we really want to come see you, but I won't be able to go to that
We
place.
have a lot of
Right.
older fans.
Yeah, we have a
Yeah.
lot of older fans
Yeah.
too.
So like we have a lot of people in their 30s with careers and like 40s and 50s even.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
just like, you're doing a show at what time?
Well, you don't go on until 9.
At night?
Can you do shows at 6?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I am also old, so I'm like, I would love to do shows at 6.
You have
I'll
no
pass
one
on.
there then.
I'll pass
rolling
on
your
that.
eyes at me, mister.
Audibly rolling my
I
eyes.
think all ages shows are very important just because there's so many kids that listen to all the music in the local scene, and it's like they're going to be they're going to try to get in one way or another.
Right,
And
right.
it's-
It kind of shows them what can be done.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I
Yeah.
think it's a great idea to just continue. Like, you look at, like, I would say maybe 10% of these kids that have come through my house, I don't even know if it's that high, have gotten in trouble.
Right.
You know, they're going out, they're having fun, they're not doing anything I didn't do when I was younger. You know,
Right,
like,
exactly.
It's keep them active, you know,
Exactly.
and it's
Yeah.
just. But yeah, I have never had a 21 and older show.
Oh,
I won't do it because for the fact that there's just too many bands that I support. They're
That
not
are
even
young.
21.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, that's
So
a
it's
lot of the
like-
problem that we're having.
Yeah.
Is like,
yeah, actually, this next show coming up, we have a band that's 3/4 under 21.
yeah, and so
and
we're
so we made it an 18 over show.
Yeah.
yeah, which I mean, we're lucky. I'm grateful that the bar was willing
The
to
prop was
do
willing
that.
to do that,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's
Like-
propaganda. They're
Right.
they're pretty.
That was nice.
Yeah, because I know it's hard for them.
Yeah, because they got to hire security.
Yep.
More security. So yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that did, like that I had not even thought about is, you know, because obviously we brought our kids to the
brewery.
Black Flamingo, and afterwards, again, my daughter's just like, oh, that place is really cool. Like, I could see myself hanging out there with my friends.
Because they have like games and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
and it's like
Yeah.
it's not like a bar, you know.
Right,
It's
right.
it really is like it's like a very family.
Loungy,
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and she got to know the bartender Eli, who
Yep.
like kind of runs the place, and so she felt comfortable there. And again, I just realized like how important for our young people, especially because when we were growing up, it was like you went to Starbucks and that was
Yeah,
it.
Like Taco Bell or something. to hang
Right,
out.
and it's like, and now,
Yeah.
especially with like this next generation coming up, just the idea of like hanging out is really difficult.
Yeah.
because nobody has any money, first of all.
Right.
and then it's like, where are you going to go that you know people aren't going to harass you just
Yeah.
for being young?
Yeah.
Especially in South Florida.
Yeah.
So like, why are there all these why are all these kids here? You know, they're hoodlums and blah blah blah. And so they get harassed kind of like anywhere they go if there's
Yeah.
a group of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so having spaces like that I think is really important for
Yeah.
kids to just be
It's
able
true.
to go to.
When I was growing up, there was this place, and I want to say the name was Crocos, and it had an upstairs and a downstairs, and the downstairs was for under 18,
Oh, nice.
and the upstairs was 18 and older, but it was like they didn't serve alcohol downstairs, but they
Right.
had a full bar with soda, and they played the same music that they played upstairs. It was a club,
Yeah.
and it was just like, it was a fun place for us to go to. And
That's
then when we
cool, yeah.
became of age, we got to go upstairs. It was,
Right.
and it's like they don't have stuff like that anymore.
Well, I think that's why we got so into youth group. It was because it was
Yeah.
like the only place we could go where all our friends could hang out and no one was going to harass us, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, look, I don't want to hear it.
Uh-oh.
I know why you were going to youth group.
The girl?
We wrote a song
Yeah.
about that.
We have another one coming.
We have another
probably.
song
We have
coming
another
out.
song about that too.
That's in the works.
It's an NSFW, so not safe for work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
I was like, wait,
It's
am I
an-
supposed to know what this means?
It's an 18 or over song.
It's,
It is, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, people will listen to it, but
it's funny.
we'll make it work.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a couple questions.
I'm sorry. I keep
What?
I keep derailing us.
No, but that's fun. I
Thank
like
you.
that.
I'm trying.
I like that.
Thanks.
Okay, so just a couple questions so that your fans can get to know you as people.
Hi, Dad.
She's serious though.
Okay, so outside of music, I know you work at Aldi. Do you guys work full time? Well, what do you guys do? If you want to tell me.
Yeah. I'm in social services, actually, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Day job. I work for the Lord's Place as a nonprofit for homeless and mental health.
I love that.
Yeah. And then at night, weekends, sometimes I work security at Respectables.
Okay. Hence the connection.
Yes.
Okay.
I basically work from home doing security with like cameras and
Cyber
access control
security?
doors. No, like on-site security for like cameras and like doors with badge readers and things.
Okay. All right.
So if like things aren't working, then I'll check it out remotely first to see if I can fix it that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He has a real grown-up job.
He has a grown-up job.
God.
Youngest one here.
I'm like getting up at 5.
That's why he's dad.
I pick up
That's
things and
exactly
put things
why
down
he's
for a
dead.
living. Yeah, that's exactly why he's dead.
That's so funny. Okay. So, what is your favorite place that you've ever visited?
Oregon.
I knew you were going to say
I think that's the place my husband's been dying to go.
Oh my God. I went to visit my friend. Okay, so my friend moved out there
Uh-huh.
and she was so terrified. She's like, I'm going to move literally across the entire country. I'm never going to see anybody ever again. I might as well be moving to Mars. And so me and my wife were like, no, we're going to make a point of coming out. You're not going to be alone. It's going to be fine. And so every year since then, we make our yearly
Oh,
pilgrimage
that's so nice.
to Oregon.
What time of year do you go?
Summer.
Okay.
Of course. Well, we usually go in July, like for my birthday.
All right.
And oh my God, the first time we came, we left. Or I'm sorry, first time we went to visit. On the way back, I told my wife, I was like, if I didn't have kids in joint custody, I would have never come back. I wouldn't even have gotten on the plane.
What
I would
about
have
the band?
called.
Thank you.
She would
I
not
would
have come
have
back.
called Steven and Grant and been like, hey, guess what? You have to work remotely from Oregon now.
Guess who also has joint custody? So
But Steven also, yeah. Anyway, so good news is we have
if you fly me out, I got no
the
problem.
joint custody. So we're here in Florida for a little bit, but man, I will go any day of the week to. I mean,
gotta get him there.
it's so beautiful.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's heard how
It's
pretty
God's
it is.
country.
Yeah.
God's country.
I would have to say my brother lives in Austin,
Okay.
so I really, really love Austin.
Keeping it weird in Austin, right?
Keeping it weird.
Isn't that the slogan or like
it weird,
keep
yeah,
it weird?
so- yeah.
Same with
Same with Portland.
Same with
I know, I
Portland.
know.
Oh my God, it's like the same
This
place.
is just too much of a coincidence.
I'm telling you.
And then I also really like Atlanta. Also,
Oh
Atlanta's
God, I
really
hate
nice.
I
Atlanta.
love Atlanta.
Oh
Atlanta is
God,
not
if I
good.
never see
love it.
any
No.
inside of Georgia ever again, I won't
I
be
love
sad.
Georgia.
Oh,
Georgia's
I love,
good.
like,
Atlanta's not good though.
Well, I
I
like
just-
Helen, Georgia is really nice.
okay.
I would not
We
visit.
went
funny.
to Blue Ridge, Georgia, and then we went over to Helen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was bored stiff. Like what?
It's
the
so
yeah,
nice
it's very
looking.
boring.
Oh.
This
Very
boring.
peaceful. Helen
we
is
we
peaceful,
would
but it's
usually go to
boring.
like Tennessee or North Carolina for
Okay.
our like annual vacation, and we'd rent a cabin.
Yeah.
So we decided to go to Georgia this past year.
Yeah.
My God, never again. I was like,
Really?
I think all right, a couple of issues. I let my kid pick the cabin,
Oh.
which slept 18 people. So I kind of felt like it was just me in the kitchen. We just kind of relocated our life. It wasn't vacationing. We had
Yes.
Wow.
the
Yeah.
kids doing their own thing, my husband on the couch watching TV, and I was just doing the laundry.
Oh, yeah, I could see
And
that.
Yeah.
it was just like, we did the whitewater rafting, we did horseback riding. The things we did were fun.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't as much to do as if I went to like Gatlinburg or North
Oh, okay.
Carolina or something.
Yeah.
I said I won't ever go back. But I think that my downfall was the cabin too. It was just too
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't have the together feeling that
Right.
that would typically get.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
how you feel when you go on vacation with your kids. You're basically parenting in a different
Yep.
location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence why MegaCon.
Right.
No
it's
kids.
no
Oh,
kids.
hence no kids to that.
No kids are allowed to go.
But we did go to the Atlanta aquarium.
Oh, yeah.
My daughter, my 10-year-old, she's a huge, like, she wanted to be a marine biologist at one point.
Nice.
My
And
youngest
she
daughter
was
is too.
actually chosen to be the little helper for the dolphin show.
Oh, wow.
So that was perfect. We were so excited for her for that.
That is exciting.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, that was fun. But okay, so where's your favorite place?
I'm going to finally learn things about Grant.
I
Yeah,
actually don't know.
Every
this.
time I do this part of the podcast, band members like, okay, let's learn this. Like, it's so funny.
Well, it's great because I never talk anyway, so they have no idea.
He secretly hates us. We just don't know.
Panama City.
I did not say that out loud.
Your last place you went to, Panama City, right?
That place is good. No, it
Panama-
actually is good because you do a lot of snorkeling and fishing up
His
there,
car
which is
broke
fun.
down.
In Panama City, your car
Yeah.
broke
Yeah,
down?
that's why we had to do an
no,
acoustic
it
set.
wasn't in Panama City. It
Oh,
was
was it?
worse than Panama City. It's like an hour and a half away from Panama
Oh
City.
wow.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah, that's because there's nothing there. Uh,
I was like, what do you mean there's nothing there? What do you mean there's nobody there to fix your car? And he's like,
it's not Panama
Literally,
City.
there's
It's
nothing here.
literally a guy working out of his garage, and that was the closest place.
yeah.
So, well, I
Right.
can't get the part until Monday.
I was like, what the hillbilly hell are you in?
Yes.
It was there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's literally just an entire strip of just nothing but beach houses. That was it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds great.
I was just going to say, it sounds like hell.
Yeah.
A whole street of beach
Especially if
houses.
you're like,
It's fun if you're doing scalping, snorkeling in the beach.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
but not if your car breaks
But if
down.
your car breaks
Not
down,
if
you're
your car breaks
screwed.
down.
But what is your actual favorite place?
Probably Italy.
Oh,
You've
okay.
been to Italy?
Yeah.
Wow, did you hear that thunder?
That was
I
crazy.
did. That
I
was
saw
very
the
ominous.
lightning through
Yeah, I
the.
saw
I
the
was
lightning
like,
first,
what
and I was
is
like,
happening
yeah, that's
over
perfect
there?
timing.
I didn't know you've been to Italy.
Yeah, it was like a one of those high school tour things that you could
Oh,
do.
nice.
And, like you go off for like a week and they did like
Yeah.
an Italy and Greece tour.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See,
It was
it's
in
good we're doing this.
junior year of high school.
Dad went to Italy? You
Dad
didn't
went
tell
to-
us?
He didn't even bring us anything back.
Ew, gross.
Oh my god.
What you do, get married while you're out there too?
Do you have another family out there?
Oh my
What do you think I
God.
go for a month every year?
You don't love them more than us, do you?
Funny.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Italy, that's very cool.
It was good. We went to Rome and Florence.
That's
It was
nice.
cool, seeing all the old stuff.
The Leaning Tower.
I want to go to Italy.
I would love to go to Italy.
Oh my god, me too.
I've been to
I
Italy.
would love to.
You've been to Italy?
I have.
And that wasn't your favorite place over
I was a
Atlanta,
kid.
Georgia?
I was a kid.
Oh.
I lived in Germany with my parents.
Did you?
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
We
I was
knew
like, you
this
didn't
about
tell
them.
me, and then
We've known this about
okay,
them
I did
already.
know
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I did know this. Okay.
Yeah.
So they would, surprisingly, Germany has a lot of breaks from school. Like
That's
they give
phenomenal.
you like week-long breaks out of every 2
Oh,
months.
wow. Really?
Yeah, because they do. It's a lot of skiing and stuff. 'Cause I lived in Munich,
Okay.
so a lot of people go to Austria on the weekends. So they'll give you like long weekends to ski.
Nice.
Like it's like in.
I've never done skiing.
I-
I've done water
well,
skiing, but
I
not
did
snow
snowboarding,
skiing.
and that's not a good story.
Skiing. I used to do skiing. It's fine.
But yeah, no. So I went I've been to Spain, Italy, Switzerland.
That's nice.
Yeah, but as a kid, I was 10, so
Right, right.
I'd really appreciate it to get to do my own thing.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, Oregon. Oregon's really nice.
He picked Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, come on.
love
That's true. He did. That's right.
At
Redeemed.
least you picked a
I love-
pretty place.
I love like the cultural diversity in Atlanta. I don't know.
Yes, there is a lot of that.
Have you been to Hattie B's?
No.
The Nashville hot chicken?
Oh no,
Oh my God.
no. We went to this little taco stand
Oh, yeah?
on like this like little historic district. It was really cool. The same one I brought you guys to.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we had to plan our day around going to Hattie B's. So
Nice.
that was like.
Was
the
it good?
It was amazing.
Really?
It was amazing. Yes.
What did you get?
I got
Gotcha.
chicken sandwich. But I didn't get hot. Like
Oh,
they
okay.
they get like, I think it's like suck it up or something like that. Or
Oh no, I can't do hot.
something
hot
like- my husband, he loves that. He's like searching for the hottest of hot.
Really?
But there's a place around like Pembroke Pines here. It's called Hot Chicks.
Okay.
And he
I
gets
like
the
that.
clucking hot there. And he actually made a trip yesterday. Who goes and he gets it. He comes home. He makes like a
Yeah.
wing a day. I'm like, he's such a grazer. You know, it's like I eat everything in front of me, but he
Yeah,
just grazes
same.
all day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
No, I get.
But I liked Hattie B's a lot better than Hot Chicks.
Wow.
But Paul, my husband, likes Hot Chicks better than Hattie B's. But Hattie B's is apparently like a world renowned. Like they're in Nashville also.
Oh,
and
Oh wow, I didn't realize that.
really good. So
Cool, cool, cool.
okay, what's the best gift you've ever been given?
Oh, these are good questions.
I don't know this one.
For I think it was my 16th birthday. I like collecting old weird stuff.
Okay.
And my grandparents gave me a really old looking sword that they just have, and a helmet, like an old like knight's
That's when the
helmet.
Dungeons and Dragons days started.
And I started before that.
Oh, it
but,
did?
yeah.
Oh.
Parents just gave him a sword.
I guess.
My grandparents
And a
did, yeah.
helmet.
And a helmet.
And like they just had one like laying around.
Yeah, he has a lot of. Yeah, grandparents has a lot of stuff at their house in Georgia.
A sword.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Cool. That is actually really cool.
yeah, it is.
Is it like an antique or?
How big is it?
It's decent.
What? Why are you not telling me? Like, give me like a.
I mean, I can bring it to next D&D if you want.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I'll bring
need-
the helmet too.
And the helmet.
Yes.
Yeah.
The helmet does
and
not
then
fit
take
me.
a
It's too
picture and
small.
tag me.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
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 Take a picture tag. Yeah.
It might fit you.
all I need is to get stuck in the helmet.
That would be great.
Too bad you only play as a bard.
It's a great idea until everybody's dying.
That'd be awesome.
Then I'm like, I'll sing you a song.
Yes.
That's fine.
All right.
I don't.
The best gift I've ever got.
I haven't gotten it yet.
Oh,
Good answer.
hey.
As far as you know.
I have two. One's more lighthearted than the other.
Okay.
Uh, maybe I should say it.
Do
I
it.
was
Too late now.
Go for it.
Too late now.
You started it. You
I
gotta finish
received.
it.
This is the one that's a little dark. I received it from my lawyer, and it was my divorce papers.
Your divorce papers.
My divorce
Signed
papers.
by the judge and notarized.
My God, that freedom tasted so damn good. I mean, not that we should be celebrating divorce. It's always very sad, but my God, I was happy.
Sometimes it's good.
I had a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely good in my case.
Mhm.
Yeah, the best thing that could
Mine
happen
too.
in my family.
Mine too.
Best thing for my kids.
Yeah.
For
Mine
sure.
too.
Could have
Mhm.
been anyway. But there's that. But I think that when I think about like the best present, I always think of. I think I was 11 or 12. I was living in Montreal at the time because I'm originally from Canada.
And I hear it's really pretty there too.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't even think to add those places because I just live there.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
just
that's why I
didn't
was
think
like,
about
oh,
it.
I've been to Italy. Didn't even think.
Yeah. And I remember it was one Christmas, me and my sister who's closest to me in age, because there's a huge gap. There's 4 of us in total, but there's a
Okay.
huge gap between like the oldest kids and then the younger kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and my sister Christina, who are closest to me in age, we're supposed to open this one big present together.
Uh-huh.
And it was the new Nintendo.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, in the 90s.
Yes.
The Super Nintendo.
Super Mario
Super
Brothers.
Nintendo.
Oh.
We had been asking for a Nintendo. Like, we were like, we'll take the old one. We don't care. Like, we just want to play video games. We're so deprived children with all the other toys you buy us, but we definitely need this. Anyway, and then my parents were like, absolutely not. We can't get you to stop watching television. We're definitely not going to give you a game station. And we sure
Game
enough,
station.
You got
we
it.
opened. Sorry. I'm an old person. Shut up. What do you call it?
It's just gaming console.
Well, look, this was before
There
you
was a
had the
pl-
PlayStation,
it
so
was-
we called it a
Oh, I
game
know.
I mean,
station.
yeah. I mean, it's literally the PlayStation. It's close enough.
Yeah.
Well, it was a game station.
Yeah.
I'm Canadian,
The new
okay?
Game Station 65.
Shut up. So, anyway, we opened it up and we totally screamed. It was the best present.
Was it the Donkey Kong version?
Yes.
Mine
Yes,
was-
we got
mine was
Donkey
too.
Kong. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
so
Mhm,
funny.
mhm. We played that thing until. Well, we still play it.
Because we're not that far in age.
Well,
Seven
when I was
years.
12
I
and
was
you were
5.
5, that's a
Yeah.
huge gap.
Yeah, at that
Yeah.
age, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the one I can think of. I'm
Yeah.
sure I've gotten other really amazing presents, but
Yeah. And his hasn't
Yeah.
come yet.
yeah.
It's still
Crap
more-
up until
yeah.
now.
That's why we're looking for that next person
Yep. That little fling.
to get that next album going.
You know, I went from a 13-year-long fling to a.
To a year long
Ouch.
thing. I
Turns
guess
out I
I
had
could
kids in the fling.
and wedding photos.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Okay. So, if you could have dinner with 3 individuals, alive or dead, who would they be and why?
Oh my gosh, these are so hard. Three.
Dad, have you thought of yours?
I got 2. Thinking of the third.
You got
I'm the same way. I have 2. I'm thinking of the third.
I would, by the way, hate for someone to ask me this question.
Oh gosh, yeah, these are hard. I'll start with one. My grandmother.
Okay.
My dad's mom. There's so many questions I wish I had asked her when she was still alive, but I was too afraid to.
Okay.
And I kick myself a lot more often than I thought I would.
Wow. Okay.
For not asking those questions. I don't think she would have ever have answered them, but I definitely wish I had asked, like, just about like family dynamics and like things that I don't know, like. Yeah, your family always has like weird backstory. They're just like you hear it and you're just like you grow up with it and it just becomes normal. And then as an adult, you hear it again and you're just like, that is not normal.
Right.
Like, how did that go down? So I guess that would be my first. Okay, go with your first. We can think about it while
Do
we're
my
done.
first for now.
Yeah.
Trying to see which one I would choose first.
This is supposed to be easy.
Well, I
had one.
have all three.
Oh, you
but-
do?
Oh,
Okay.
go do all three then.
Yeah.
All right. My three would be Malcolm X, Jimi Hendrix, and John Brown. He was an old abolitionist.
Okay.
I'm a history major. So.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, my nieces too. Yep.
Why is he smart too?
I don't know any of those names.
I feel bad because I didn't pick any family. I was like, oh.
Like, wait a second. Who am I going to take out of my dinner?
I guess I should see
It's
family
not, it's not
again.
that impressive. It's literally for I like to dig up shit. I'm just like, what is going on here?
You just want the drama.
I'm
to be
just,
able to
I'm
throw
just bringing you
into
back to ask you
faces.
something, and then you can go back and die.
So, why did you pick the people you picked? What do you want to know from them?
I'm always like, John Brown was a abolitionist, very radical. I don't know if you know his story.
No.
He started a slave rebellion before this, around the Civil War era, and ended up dying for it. And I just think that's a good example of what an ally should be.
Okay.
And then obviously Malcolm X, similar reasons. Like,
Yeah.
I just think his mind was so like intricate and like complicated. He's a complicated individual.
Okay.
And then Jimi Hendrix because he's the man.
Why not? Yeah, my
Yeah.
husband loves Jimi
I love
Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yep. Okay, Dad.
Here, you do one.
I got all three.
Okay, then go off.
Okay, yeah, you can think.
Think of your
I
other
would.
two.
Oh god.
I would choose Grant Walton. I'd choose my great grandfather that I never met, but apparently I'm named after.
Okay, nice.
Because I think that would be interesting to see if
Yeah.
they're similar or not, and how that might go down. I would do Brandon Sanderson, who's a author who writes a couple different book series, all that I'm reading.
Okay.
All amazing books, by the way, in my opinion, for fantasy novels and things like that.
Okay.
And then I would do Julius Caesar, because why not?
Right, for real.
Yeah.
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 He could come to
So
your dinner
obvious.
too.
Yeah, we're gonna have a big dinner.
Dinner with all you
Extended
guys.
family.
All right, so there's my grandmother. Author was a good one. So there's I can't remember the author's name, even though I know I should. It's the I know
What's
I'm the
the
worst. Ender's Game.
Orson Scott Card.
Yes,
Yes.
Orson Scott Card. Yes, and not because of necessarily Ender's Game, which I did really love, but he wrote that. It's part of a series, and he wrote Speaker of the Dead, which really, that book was like mind blowing to me. And like if he's alive, so it's not like I mean I could have a conversation with him if I tried really hard, but it's funny because I read this series, and there's so much in it that expresses like the concept of change and inclusion and diversity and like all the what ifs of the world.
Right.
But I find out I think he's a Seventh-day Adventist or something very, very conservative religiously. And I just want to be like, how can you have so much freedom in your writing
Right.
and then be so conservative to the point of like isolating, you know,
Right.
like very like pushing people out by your religious beliefs, you know, because he's
Right.
had a lot of statements saying things about like, you know, people who are gay and things like that about like, oh, you know, my religion doesn't allow me to believe that kind of stuff. And I'm like, did you not read your books? I'm like, I don't know if you, it's kind of the same thing. Anyway, so he would be the second. And then I guess my third would be like, I think probably Mother Teresa.
Oh.
Because I don't want to say Jesus because I have a feeling that if I actually met Jesus, it would ruin it for me. I think he'd probably be a kind of a prick, which I'm okay with. I just don't know if I'm not ready for that.
Dang.
I'm not ready for that. I mean, I think he'd be like a prick for the great reasons,
Right.
But I don't think he's like,
I get what you're saying.
you know,
He's
what I'm
not going
saying?
to pacify things for your feelings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want him to just tell me I'm pretty and that he loves me, and that's all I want. But if I had a conversation with him, he probably wouldn't say those
You're
things.
not
So
doing this. You're not doing that.
yeah, well,
Just kidding.
either way, I want to keep Jesus as that little like happy guy in my head.
Yeah.
But Mother Teresa apparently, like obviously she's always heralded as the great faith, person of faith. But apparently she was really, by the end of her life, her letters to the Pope were very, like, why am I doing this?
Right.
Like very critical of the church and
Really?
the things that it taught, and like
Interesting.
she really. This is from this is hearsay, so I don't know for a fact, but I did read a few articles that this was the type of thing that she was writing about, and how she was constantly writing about like, why am I doing this? Where is God? Because she's like, I've seen so much over so many
Right.
years, and it's the same shit different
Right.
day. And so I would love to have a conversation with her, because I feel like that's where I've come from, that place where it's
Right.
like I wanted to do good. I wanted to support, I wanted to live for God and do all the things that God wanted me to do. And then, I've been in the real world for a while, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, fucking shit, same shit, different day. Like, I can't be happy for everybody. I'm never going to fix everybody. This world is, no one's saving
Right.
it. It is what it is. And I can do my very little to make it a better place in my world, but the world itself has got to figure it out on its own, because
Right.
no one can save it. It's just
Right.
everybody doing a little bit of saving at a time. So I think that would be a very interesting conversation.
Yeah, it would be.
Be like, girl, how'd you do it? Because I'm already done. I got more life to live.
No, it's true. It's true. You make some really good points there that I think more people think of and don't say.
Yeah,
That, yeah.
yeah.
But what kind of church did you guys go to? Was it a non-denomination, like
Yeah.
charismatic?
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
you're
we all come from different backgrounds. Like our core. So the church that we met at
Right.
was more of a progressive church.
Okay.
So we all kind of. I don't know how you ended up there, but we ended up there because we were we had come from very like typical Christian conservative backgrounds, and then this was more of a progressive church
Right.
that allowed like gay people in it. I remember the
Right.
first day I was just like, so I know your opening talks about being accepting of gay people, but do you really mean that?
Right.
And he's like, yes. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just take you at your word. I'm gonna stay.
Yeah, but I grew up Southern Baptist and
Uh-huh.
evangelical. And, Yeah,
That's what I grew up with, yeah.
yep. Couldn't read Harry Potter.
Yep.
I grew up Catholic.
Dungeons and
I have a
Dragons.
whole half sleeve of Harry Potter stuff.
Do you? Oh my God.
So that's what happens when you ban things.
I'm telling you, that's...
Tattoo it to your body.
Tattoo it forever.
Yep. No, you're right. You're right. That's I was
Yeah.
because I was so like I couldn't watch MTV.
Right, I couldn't either.
gosh.
And
Yeah.
it was like that. I always said I'm gonna let my kids. Like I always told my kids, you can do whatever you want until I find out you lie to me. And
Right.
then
That's-
when you lie
yeah.
to me, that's when it's cut off.
That's exactly
And
how we
That's
are.
exactly
I
how I
have
am,
the
yeah.
best relationship with my kids. Like
Yeah.
my daughter's going to be 21 on Tuesday, and I could tell you that girl has not. I can confidently say she has not lied to me. I know everything about that kid.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's what
And
you want.
That's what I'm hoping
Yeah.
for. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want too.
Yeah, because everything I ever did in life, I don't. My parents, I am 48. Well, I'm going to be 48 next month. I have 5 tattoos. My parents, my last one I got from my father. I still haven't told my mom. I'm scared. My
Yeah.
kid's walking around with tattoos on her arms. And I'm
Right.
like, all right, my
I-
mom knows my
yeah.
kid has tattoos. She doesn't even know I.
That's
I,
so
I, I
funny.
still remember the day I walked in. I was like, "Hey, I got a tattoo," and I still remember my mom's face, and then my mother-in-law at the time's face, and they were just like, "We failed you," blah blah blah.
Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I never. I mean, I was too much of a talker as a child. There's things I probably shouldn't have told my parents, but I definitely. I was brought up Catholic, so
Okay.
like it wasn't. It's not the same. Like
No.
yes, you're very conservative, but there's a lot more leeway I
There
would
is,
find
yep.
in Catholicism, just because like everybody here had like on the other side, used to be all those other people that had
All
like
the-
this
all the
such
ones that are-
confidence,
yeah.
such confidence that they were going to heaven, that they knew Jesus, and we're all just like, well, we hope we're doing it right. We're just gonna shoot in the dark and hope it catches, you know. So there's a little bit more freedom, but I will say it's interesting about I really want the relationship for my kids to be like that.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I always tell them, I'm like, look, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. Like
Yep.
there's gonna be no like I can't hold. You're a person.
Yep.
You're a human being. You're
It's
gonna make your
gonna
own
happen.
decisions.
Yep.
Just don't lie to me about
Yep.
it. Don't sneak out of the house. That's the one thing. Do not sneak out of the house. I will drive you to wherever you need to
Yep.
go. Make sure you're safe. But like sneaking out of the house and not knowing where you are, that's a death sentence
Yep.
nowadays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
You can't do
100%.
it.
Yep.
And like so I have to share this story mostly because
Yeah.
I'm very proud. But I have okay. So my daughter says to me she wants to get a piercing.
Okay.
She's 15.
Okay.
And she wants to get the industrial bar, right? And I'm like, all right, better you than me, kid, you know? And so she clears it with her dad, and I jump through all the hoops because you got to get all the paperwork. You got to have a notary sign it. You got to take her to the shop. Anyway, I took her to the shop after all this, and you know, we walk in, she asked for it, and they're like, oh, you know, you're both going to get it done? I was like, yeah, wouldn't that be cool to get a matching earring with your mom? And she's like, oh, yeah, you would do that? And
You're like, oh shit.
I was absolutely not expecting that, but I guess I'm getting an earring now. So sure enough, I got myself.
You did it.
An
Oh my God. Was it
industrial
painful?
bar. It hurt like a.
That's the only reason. Like, I'll go up, but I'm like,
You
oh
know
my
what?
God,
my
I can't.
piercer was really good.
Yeah.
I would say this is one of the least painful piercings I've
Really?
had.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Way better than my nose.
Let me see
like
your other earrings. Are they hippopotamuses?
they are.
Oh my God, I love them.
They're so cute because they're eating my earlobes. The hungry hippos. The hungry hippos. Anyway, so just the fact that she was so excited that she would get a matching 15.
Yeah.
15.
Right.
She wants to get a matching earring with her mom. I was like, well, I am absolutely not turning back now. I'm going to live with this. I'm going to
Right.
die with this in my ear because that's all I want for my kids. I want
Yep.
my kids to have that openness and like to want to do stuff with me, you know, because I know when I was growing up, there's so many things I just hid from my parents because I didn't want to hear the shame. I mean, I know their hearts were in the right place, but at the end of
Yeah.
the day, it's like, what's more important, like being right or having the relationship?
Yep.
And
Exactly.
I just
Yeah.
want to have the relationship.
Exactly. That's
So.
how,
Mine's kind of the same.
that's
way,
how it
'cause,
is.
Yeah, I'm kind of the black sheep in my family, so
Oh, I definitely was.
so
Not you,
I
Steven.
was the one sneaking out and
Were
doing
you the
all that.
youngest?
I'm the oldest.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Oldest, huh?
Yeah.
Don't worry, his younger
The
brothers.
oldest are the ones.
My younger brother's way more responsible than I am. He's
The
got a house
oldest
and
are
everything.
usually the most responsible.
I know.
We try to be.
Yeah.
Because I'm the youngest.
So no, but like I was very shame based and like I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I hid things from my parents
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Hi, mom.
Yeah.
She's definitely gonna watch this.
You have a sleeve of Harry Potter on your arm?
Oh my God! You know, my daughter. I brought her to get her first tattoo when she turned 18, and she got her first tattoo. Your story reminded me. I'd totally forgotten. A replica of my first tattoo.
No way.
Yeah. So
oh my
That's
God.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I was like, "Are you sure you want to do that?"
I don't even like my first.
And they're
tattoo.
like, if I was 18, are you sure you want to do it?
I mean, it's a different spot. She has it on her arm,
No.
and I have it. You know, like the tramp stamp.
Of course,
back in the day.
as
know.
you're supposed to.
Back in the day.
If that wasn't your first tattoo at 18, did you even have a tattoo? Obviously, that's where it goes.
Oh my God! Yeah. Oh my God!
Good old days.
Those damn tramp stamps. Okay. So, are you more into brains or looks?
So I could go on for hours about this conversation. I'll let you start.
I'm not waiting.
Okay,
You start it.
I'll
He
start
wants to see how you answer before he answers.
because my sexuality has been a journey to
Right.
say the least. Because obviously I grew up straight.
Right.
I thought for sure I was straight. Like literally.
The Jinko jeans and everything.
Yes, with the chain and the eyebrow piercing, and playing field hockey and soccer.
Watching Xena Warrior Princess. And then,
I've been listening my whole life.
Did you know?
I literally had
Well-
no idea though.
we've talked about this before.
I
That's
have no
hysterical.
and to this day, I will say something that I did when I was younger, and they're like, and anybody who's hearing is like, and you didn't know you were a lesbian. Anyway, I didn't know, and I blame my mother. I blame my mother because the first time I ever expressed that I was attracted to women, my mom's like, well, of course you think women are beautiful. Women are beautiful. Of course you're attracted to them. Everybody loves boobs. And I was like, I guess I'm straight then. I'm like, I guess I'm straight. Anyway, so I obviously married a man and had 2 biological children. We adopted a third.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I hate to admit it, but then I met this girl.
Right.
But this girl, I knew girls my whole life. I had sleepovers and everything. It never, ever crossed my mind. And I met my now wife. And I was like, holy crap, I don't think I'm straight. And it was like I had never taken a full breath in my entire life. And then when I was with her, it was like, and I was like, I can't go back. I can't go back. And anyway, so I ended up having to ask my husband for a divorce. And I mean, obviously there was a lot more
Right,
to it. It wasn't
right.
like we were perfectly married. I mean, it was a very toxic relationship, but I ended up asking for a divorce. And so moving out of the straight life, which I thought was totally fine, into the gay life, which is way more fun. And but you know, my kids are with me, obviously. Like, we share custody, me and their dad, and so they're getting both sides of the coin. You know, they're very conservative with their dad, and then they come to my house. You know, because at one point, you know, I became a registered pastor in the state of Florida.
Oh, wow.
So like I have a background in theology and things like that.
Right.
So it's like they're getting the very conservative concept of religion, and then they come to my house and I'd be like, that's not exactly how that goes down.
Right.
And so it's like they're getting best of both worlds.
Right.
They're getting the foundation with also the ability to ask questions.
Right.
So but with all that being said,
Brains or looks?
I think
The original
all right,
question.
So I think what she's getting at is brains,
yes,
because she
it's
realized
connection.
after she met her wife that it was like,
Yes, but it
This
was
is
never
like-
a sexual
Yeah.
thing. Like, I'd never sexually been. Sorry, this might be too much, but I was never sexually aroused by really anybody.
Right.
And then I met this. I mean, I never believed in soulmates, but now I do.
Right.
I met this one woman, and I was like, I can't exist without this person
Right.
in my life. And come to find out, when you're on the LGBTQ group of people, it's the LGBTQ, there's a whole plethora of things you can be. It turns out I am a pansexual,
Yeah.
okay,
which means I am attracted to the being, not the wine, not the label. That's to use a Schitt's Creek.
You just fall in love with. Oh God, that was the best show.
Right.
Oh, my
That whole
God.
scene where he's explaining wine, I was like,
Sometimes I like red.
Yes.
Sometimes I like white.
sometimes I like a red that used to be a white, and I like the wine, not the bottle.
Oh my God, that was the best.
Oh my God, I love that show.
It was great. I should probably binge that again.
Yes, so worth
So
it.
good.
Yes.
So good. Okay, so brains.
Anyway, brains. Sorry.
Yeah. My turn.
Yes. Sorry. I'll stop talking.
Probably brains. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dating sucks right now, so I don't know.
Dating
Don't ask
sucks.
Grant. He's in a bad
My
place
last
right
actual relationship was in high school, which would have been 7 years now. So yeah, and that only lasted 3
High
months.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now. High school.
high school.
He's not even the baby of our group. Nick's actually younger than Grant. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. You recently were on a few dates with somebody.
Yeah, like 3 dates, and that was it.
No.
That little fling, you know.
yeah. No,
Is that what a fling is?
Are you trying to call it a fling?
I said relationship because I asked her if she wanted to be in a relationship, and then she said no.
She just wants a fling.
She just
No,
wanted.
she didn't even want to
Oh,
fling.
she didn't even want a fling.
No,
She just wanted Grant to take her out for dinner.
She
Ah.
wanted free dinner and books from Barnes and Noble.
no.
Fair.
Yeah, she was kind of too awkward to do it for
I'll
the
date
money.
you.
I think.
Oh, yeah. No, she wasn't a good match because she didn't realize how amazing and handsome you are.
Exactly,
Sure.
obviously.
Yes,
yeah.
obviously.
She
and
never came to our
talented.
shows
She
either.
never came to our shows. That was a
So
total
That's a
red
total
flag.
red flag
Oh,
right there.
Flag.
Right there.
I mean, I've got people I'm talking
You're
to
in
that
a
still.
band.
That's what I said.
Understand that? Oh my God.
Let's write a song about her. Make it
Well, you
mean.
know what?
That's our next song.
That's our next song.
Yeah. There you go.
But I'm in a band. That's what it should be called.
But I'm in a band.
God, no.
I'm actually gonna write that down.
Oh God, that's so funny.
Stay
Yeah,
with
is it
me.
my turn?
Oh, sorry.
You can say it. We know it's looks.
Yeah,
we know
what's-
it's looks.
No.
How shallow.
No,
He has a-
no.
He also has a problem with looks too.
So, I mean,
It's a type.
I have a type.
Okay.
Very
I also-
specific type.
I also don't have a type at the same time, but like
He's open to
I'm open to anything
yeah,
right now.
taking applications.
I do go on looks like initially maybe,
Well, yeah.
but then once I have a conversation or or see how they act when they're drunk,
Oh.
and then I'm like, that's
Yeah.
happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
Where it was like I was
What-
hanging out with somebody, we had good vibes,
Right.
and then I took them out to the places I always hang out at,
Right.
and where my friends are bartending,
Mhm.
and then she started snapping at them.
Oh,
Hey,
hell no.
And then I was like, oh no, this is not going to work.
No.
So there has to be some kind of brains
Yeah.
there also.
Yeah.
What is it
Yeah.
called? The ick.
The ick. I caught the ick.
Yeah. I would have caught the ick
No,
too.
there was like this one girl I went on a date with her, which is one date, and she was 23 at the time, and I was probably 31.
Okay.
And so there's already the age difference, and then just the conversations weren't clicking, and I was like, no, this is not working. So, but she was very attractive, and I was like, no, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of both for me.
Yeah. I get that. It's a little both with me
Yeah.
The
too.
looks get you through the door.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the personality has
exactly.
you stay. Yeah.
It gets you the interview, but doesn't
Yeah.
get you the job.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that's
get you
it.
the job. Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
A well
All right.
thought out job. Remember that.
Sure.
So, if you could be a part of any music group, past or present, what would it be?
In sync.
Oh man.
I'm only half kidding.
I heard they just got back together.
I know.
Did
yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift got their
They
own
just
award
announced
for
it
them.
on Friday, I think, that they're doing a new
tour thing, or
I don't know if they're doing
new
a tour,
music?
but they are coming out with a new song, I think.
Wow. Interesting.
That sound crazy.
I'm sure there's going to be a tour.
I don't know the band.
What?
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 You don't know
who
you know
NSYNC
Justin
is?
Timberlake, right?
Oh, Justin. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Justin
he- that's
Timberlake.
in
Ever
his
heard
band.
of NSYNC?
No.
Bye bye
fuck?
bye. Wanna be a fool for you. Just
Next
To-
cover,
to be-
guys.
Okay, I
next
know that
cover.
song.
To be,
Okay.
actually,
Okay.
she just brought that up
Listen,
yesterday.
I know songs, but I don't
You
like
just
know
brought that up on
bands.
Friday about doing
I
the Bye
gotcha.
Bye Bye
Yeah.
cover.
Yes.
You literally just brought that up.
I did because it's a great idea and I'm full of them.
You should. You
To be
should
fair,
do it.
to be
Yeah.
fair,
Thank you.
Grant was
Yeah.
born in '98,
That's true.
and
Yeah.
NSYNC was like that's like almost at their height of NSYNC.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you want to bring it back, like, so that it would, if you're doing that, like, if I was in your crowd, you'd have to cover New Kids on the Block. So,
yes, New Kids on the
That would be-
Block.
you know who?
Please
No,
don't go
he really
Not
has.
a clue.
He has no
Yeah,
idea.
I know
That
who
was
they
the
are.
boy band back when I was.
Yeah, before
Okay.
NSYNC.
Hanging
When-
tough.
I mean, I'm basically 1,000. I mean, I'm born in '98, so I know like nothing.
Poor Grant.
I don't get half
Yeah.
the stuff they talk about.
Yeah, he's
Backstreet Boys.
I know Backstreet Boys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Backstreet's back. All right.
I wanted that.
We're just gonna do a cover right here.
That's all we're doing. Yeah. Acapella. 3, 2, 1.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yep.
What about you? What band you joining?
You have one, or you need a minute.
God, it
I think
depends
Dad
on-
has one.
Yeah, you go for it.
I'm gonna say Elvis Presley.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Dang.
Bringing it back.
Okay. And you don't know who the Backstreet Boys are.
No.
But it really just depends on my mood. Like, sometimes I want to play like hardcore, or sometimes metal. Sometimes I want to play like ska or reggae. Like, I don't know. It just really depends.
Who's your favorite reggae band?
Oh, I mean, I do white boy reggae. I do regular reggae. I like Protege is
Okay.
a good reggae artist. Collie Buds.
Okay.
If we're doing more white boy reggae, like Stick Figure or
Mhm.
Revolution.
Mine. Oh
Aya
yeah,
Terra.
yeah, good ones. My husband loves steel drums.
Steel Pulse.
Steel Pulse.
Steel
That's it.
Pulse.
Yeah,
I
Steel
love
Pulse.
Steel Pulse.
And Burning. Burning. I forget.
I don't know any
Burning
reggae.
something, but Steel Pulse played at his friend's wedding. He hired him to play at his
wow.
wedding. Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
yeah.
yeah.
My husband's a big reggae guy. I like Modest Yahoo, and that's probably the extent. And Bob Marley, you know.
Bob
You
Marley, of
gotta
course.
love Bob.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, my genres go from anything. So
Yeah.
I could really be in any band, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'd hope my guitar playing is versatile enough.
Yeah.
I like to pride myself on that.
All right. Okay.
There's one song that we keep making into reggae.
Yeah.
We try to.
It was more like No Doubt reggae, like the,
Yeah.
the punk reggae.
Yeah.
Like third wave ska.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one song that we almost never play because we used to play it for church, and so now we.
But we played a totally different version. Then we were like, what if we make this faster?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
we played it really fast, and it sounded like spider webs or something. Like one of
Right,
those
okay.
songs.
Like the really no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
What song is it?
So I'm told.
So I'm told. I was
So
like,
I'm
I'm
told.
drawing a blank on the name.
It's like it's from the first album. I'll say like the first album that lyrically it's very involved,
Mhm.
like because it's a lot about basically falling out with God. So
Okay.
it's like it's basically taking like a relationship and then it's like a breakup song, but with the
With
creator
God.
of the universe. So
Right.
it's like it hurts, but and that particular song I wrote as part of like when I left my ex-husband, or my husband at the time, everyone basically told me like turn back and repent kind of thing.
Mm.
And I I really believed, and I kept telling people, I'm like, I'm not doing it because I am turning my back on God. I'm doing it because I truly believe God is calling me to leave. Like, I don't think I'd have the strength to do it on my own. So like that song in particular was all about trusting in something that didn't seem to be like, that literally seemed to be impossible. And it was all about like how I felt like God was just kind of throwing me off the cliff, hoping that I'll fly,
Right.
but I was going down like a rock. so it was a very painful experience, but I like to think by the end of it, I eventually caught air.
You found your
I
wings.
found my wing. Oh, spread your wing and
The
fly.
wind beneath your wings.
Butterfly. Oh, I was going with Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, but we wrote the song originally for church as like a, kind of like a worshipful song. So it was very slow.
Yeah.
And then we needed more music because we didn't have enough. So we're
Right.
like, we gotta start adding music to the set. I guess we'll do this
Guess
one.
we're doing this one.
And so I was like, oh, we'll just make it faster. We'd practiced it faster.
Yeah.
And then when we did that, it turned into a reggae song.
Like, I would say it's like punk ska.
But that's
like,
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
I love
great.
that.
I love
think
it.
we should play it more often like
I
that.
like
should.
it. So one of our band members.
There's
doesn't
not
like it.
many bands that play that kind of music.
Is that you?
Right.
Do you not
Locally.
like that song?
Right.
I don't know if Nick does, but I definitely don't.
Grant
I know
hates
Grant
that song.
hates that song.
Why do you hate it?
I'm fine with the
It's-
song.
it's
the
his
reggae
Live
song, I don't
Forever.
like it.
He
Oh,
doesn't
you don't like the version of it?
No,
Is it his
just
Live Forever?
doesn't sound right.
No?
I hate playing Live Forever.
I love playing Live Forever.
I know.
That's also from the first album. Live Forever. Okay, so Live Forever. Sorry, now we're talking about music, but like
But that's
Another
what you're here for, so
tangent.
it's fine.
Live Forever was it was almost like it kind of happened by accident. So
It
like
did,
the
yeah.
band was playing just we're
Random stuff.
waiting for setup or something like for one of our worship rehearsals. And the band just started playing whatever and they were like jamming. I recorded it and I wrote music to that. And I'm telling you, it was just like, I don't know, inspired. It was like everything that I had been holding inside. I just wrote lyrically to this really like, almost like dark rock, like soulful, gets you to your core
Right.
kind of music. And anyway, so we ended up kind of working it out and making this created an entire song, the Live Forever song, and it's a work. Like it's hard to play. There's a lot going on. Everyone complains about it. Let's just put it that way. Everybody complains about it for one reason or
I just
another.
not that
because
bad.
It doesn't fit the rest of our sound. I feel
Right.
like
But it is the number one.
it's our
played
highest
song.
played song on
by
Spotify.
like
It's the most-
20,000.
Wow.
It's like
It's the most
It's in the
impactful.
thousands,
it's in
yeah.
it's in like in the double digit thousands.
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
30,000.
Something
like that, yeah.
I don't know. It's ridiculous.
random-
Some
yeah.
random. So much so because we're a nobody band from South Florida, right? My friend goes to Syracuse, New York.
Okay.
In like the middle of nowhere. She's at a gas station. Some woman
has her shirt on.
she has her shirt on. Some woman just keeps staring at her. She can't figure out why this woman keeps staring at her. So she goes inside to pay. On her way out, the woman's like points to her shirt. It's like, oh, 33 Lions. And she's like, yeah, thanks. And she just figured like, oh, she just likes the design.
Right.
Or like, that's cool. Where'd you get that? And she's like, yeah, they do Live Forever, right? And my friend was like,
Oh my God.
yes, they do. Do you know them? She's like, oh my God, I love that song. I got it on my playlist.
Were you so excited when you heard that song?
She called me. She's like, stop what you're doing right now and answer my phone call. and she told me this story. It was pretty wild. But anyway, all of that to say, like that's a song that really connects with people. I think
And
people
I hate it.
love that song.
And you guys hate. That's funny.
I love that song because I find it.
It's a good song.
It
I'm the only
connects
one. I
with
think
me.
I'm the only one that doesn't like playing it.
Yeah.
It's my anthem. It's like my basically go fuck yourself anthem. Like
Right,
it's
okay.
the everyone thinks I'm gonna fall and I'm just gonna lose my mind. I'm just a ruin. And this was my rise up song.
Right.
And so like I wrote it specifically to say like you don't get to decide for me who I am.
Right.
I get to decide that God. I believe that God is still with me. I believe that I was created to be this way and. I'm just going to give you
Yeah.
the full-on middle finger, me and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Just giving you the finger. Boop. So that's, I still love that
I'll
song.
have to listen to that.
Yeah, Live Forever. It's really good live.
Yeah, people like it.
He's like, I don't, but
I do it for the people.
So like, it is the one song, like, no matter what's going on, people stop what they're doing
Right.
for that
Yeah.
song. And then,
Okay.
and you don't notice it until the very end when
Until it's like-
the music stops and everyone's just
Staring at it.
silent.
Right.
And then it's like, oh my God.
I want to. I can't wait to listen to it.
I hope it does it justice now that I'm talking it up. So
Yeah,
much.
right.
Hyping it up so
It's my
much.
first album, so
And then she listens to it. She's like, it's not that
all
great.
right.
It's all right.
What the hell they're talking about?
I
Is
guess.
this the right song? So if you get a message from me saying, "Is it this song?"
I couldn't find it. I listened to all your songs.
You have to come see it live.
Yeah,
I
see
will.
it live. See it live.
Yes,
That's
that's
it.
so funny.
Oh, God.
Okay, so we're gonna do rapid fire.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
I'll do
God. I'm so bad at these.
I'll ask you a question,
like
and then
sweating.
you, and then we'll just go around.
All right.
And we'll see how quick we can do this. Let's
Sure.
see. Let's see.
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
All right.
Some questions are going to be more harder than the others. Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Are you- What celebrity annoys you the most?
What's the
Kanye
other one?
West.
No.
That's number one answer.
Thank you.
No, I actually don't mind.
Thank you.
Kanye.
It's not
your
I don't
question.
either. I kind of low-key like him.
A little bit, yeah. He's just a genius. That's what he does.
I think he's a genius too.
That's what he
He's a
does.
crazy
He's just
genius,
got
yes.
mental issues.
Annoying, yes.
Lot
Which
of
is why
it.
he's a genius.
This is not very rapid.
No.
It never
First one
is.
comes to your head.
Just Kardashians.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's like a number one answer
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, that's the only
yeah.
thing I can think of right now. There's probably somebody worse than that.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but okay. So if you can be an animal, what would it be?
Oh, I like that one.
I want to be my wife's dog.
What kind of dog?
Wimbledon.
I don't know.
Shout out
he's
to
a,
Wimbledon.
In Wimbledon, he's a rescue from.
46% bulldog.
Yeah,
Pit.
Pit.
bull.
He's got a.
Does not look like a pit.
No, it's nothing like him. I have
Looks like a
pictures.
terrier.
He does. Well, he's got like a 2% terrier.
Right,
now or
that's
something.
Okay.
what
He's
his
like
hair-
a big terrier.
Yeah.
But my wife never had children of her own.
Uh-huh.
Right? She just kind of adopted mine. So I'm like, you do have kids. They're just old now. But so she ended up adopting this dog, and I want to be. If I were to die and come back, I want to be Wimbledon because she treats this dog like it's her firstborn
Yeah.
child.
We
Or the
rescued a
guinea
dog
pigs.
after. I had an old English bulldog. Her shrine is down there above the fish tank. We had to put her down in November. It was the worst day of my life.
I'm so sorry.
And I was like, I'm never getting a dog again.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. There's no dog. She was the best dog ever.
I believe it.
Then we ended up rescuing a dog. His dad was a golden retriever. His mom was an American bulldog. And
Aw.
he looks like a black golden retriever. He was the biggest asshole you'll ever meet in your life. Like, I spent thousands of dollars to get this dog trained. Mm-hmm. And I got to give it Rough Rules training. Like,
Yeah.
if you ever need a dog trained, you got to go to Rough Rules.
Rough Rules.
They are unbelievable.
That is good to know.
Rough RUFF.
Write that down, Adra.
Amazing. He's like our little angel now. Like, oh my
Really?
god, I would kill a bitch for this dog. I would. Like, he is like, I tell him, he goes with me every morning to Dunkin'. He gets his pup cup.
Oh
I get
my
I
god.
get my, he's just the best freaking dog now.
That's like Wimbledon.
and so now I'm like, okay, so you're the best little boy, and Sammy was the best
There
little
you
girl.
go.
So that's the way.
You
of
had
it,
the
but-
best of both worlds.
Yes. So yeah, but the rescues are the best.
They are the
They
They
best.
are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My gosh, my dog is great.
When he was in training, someone offered us $5,000. The trainer said they would have given you more, Kim, and they were like, I was like, I got him for $350. I rescued him. Like, what? The
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, well,
He's that good.
Wow.
I'm not ever going to sell him for 5,000, 10,000. I don't care, but I mean, it might have been tempting if it was like 20.
Oh
But,
god, no, I could
yeah.
never. I could
No.
be like selling a child.
never.
A child would be easier. Let's be real. I'm
Wow.
kidding. I'm
It's
kidding.
like,
you
dogs
don't
are
guys
so
see
freaking
this.
loyal.
They are
so loyal.
They're so happy to see me when I come
Oh
home.
my God.
They don't ever ask me for what's for breakfast. You're not
Or I'm
making-
hungry.
I'm hungry.
It's just, oh my God, amazing. Okay.
Sorry.
Got on my tangent of Willie.
You're fine.
All right.
Wait, what's your favorite animal? Or what
I was
animal
gonna
would
be
you
a bear.
A bear. Oh,
Yeah.
aren't you already a bear?
I am. Only in June.
Only Pride Month. Whoop.
Okay. If you could own a yacht, what would the name be?
Daddy Grant.
Daddy's house.
Daddy's house.
God, no.
Or Daddy's home.
That's not bad, actually. The Dungeon Master.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Sure.
All right.
All
All right.
right. That's a good one. Okay. Oh God, I thought you were getting this one, but it was all right.
Okay.
What store do you shop at the most?
Oh. Probably Target or
Target?
Aldi.
Okay.
I was gonna
All right.
say.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
between the two of those, Target
Yeah.
or Aldi.
I've only been to Aldi one time, but my friends are always like, "Oh, I got this at Aldi," and I'm like, oh, "I really have to go there. They
I
have the
never-
coolest stuff
Yeah.
there."
We do. Well, it switches out. It's like it's not always the same, so you never know what you're getting
Or
when
like
you go
Yeah.
there.
7-Eleven. because I'm like in the mornings picking up Red Bull or something.
Oh,
like that.
okay.
But yeah.
I had a Red Bull once, and
Once.
I thought I was going to die.
I
Never,
was gonna
ever
say,
had one again.
How'd that go down? Yeah, that sounds right.
I was like, oh my God, why do people do this to themselves? It was
Because you can't
horrible.
do cocaine.
Oh my God, it is. That's exactly what it is. Oh my God.
No better truth.
Too fat
Okay.
for cocaine, but not fat enough for Red Bull.
Oh,
And they
that's great.
smell. I don't know how you get past the smell.
I can't do
I like
it.
the
Oh.
smell.
My wife loves it. She, I think it's the
I used to be
addiction.
Team Monster until I just wasn't. And
She
then,
used to
Oh,
also do
Monster's a
cocaine,
horrible
so-
smell
yeah,
too.
I like it.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I can't do it. They make me crazy.
I couldn't do
calm
it.
down. Like,
Okay, that's
No,
great. All
God
right.
no.
it's the ADHD.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
And he's like, my nephew is addicted to those Monsters. I'm like, I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
I was drinking Celsius for a while because I thought it was like the healthy alternative.
Yeah,
Oh my
I like
god,
Celsius.
I was weird, like more weird than I normally am. I was weird, and then trying to get off of it, I was like, had the shakes.
Oh my
It was
God.
bad. I was like, nope, I guess I can't do that. No.
That when I used to not drink caffeine, and I had a coffee, that random occasion. Now I have to have it daily, but
Yeah, same.
my sister would die. She would,
Would you have
it
coffee?
would hit me where it was just crazy. Like I couldn't control myself.
Right.
And it was like ear to ear smile. My eyes are wide open. It's like, you had coffee, didn't you? And I'm like, well, that.
What are you talking about? No, I just always look like this. I always smile. I just love to smile.
Okay. Who do you think is the most overrated musician? I thought
Kanye West.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Okay. What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Oh, I got one.
You want to go first?
I got.
This, you,
I got one.
this is for Grant, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's rapid
Oh,
fire.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah, it's rapid
sorry.
fire.
Yeah, we're past you, Adria.
Sorry.
She's answering all of them though.
I thought it was rapid fire for all of us.
Well, I mean, if you want to answer it, it's fine.
You can answer it first.
I got a good one.
Sure, you answer it
Say
first.
it.
So,
15-year-old saw you play.
it's Dylan. Dylan, right, is the lead vocalist for Young Fiction.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So the very first time I met Dylan, he is like, oh, you know, he sees our set, and of course he's very gracious. Oh, you guys are so good. You should hang out. You guys gonna hang out afterwards? Blah blah. And we hung out for a little bit, but then eventually I was like, I gotta go home. I gotta go home to my kids.
Mhm.
And he's like, what? You have kids? How old are you? Like 25? I'm
I
like,
love
take
that.
me home right now, buddy. And I'm like, no, I'm a little bit older than that. I was like, well, how old's your kid? And I told him, and he was just like, no, there's no way. How old are you? And then I told him my age, and he's like, I don't believe it. I need your license. Again, between that and my daughter wanting a matching earring, I'm like set for the rest of my life. That was like the best compliment I could have ever got. Thank you, Dylan. Anytime I'm sad, I think about that interaction. It was the best compliment I've ever gotten.
Oh, that's funny.
I forget who it was. I think it might have been you. I think it was like one day we were getting stuff for church from your garage or something, and I was like sitting in your driveway with my car, just like waiting so we could pile it all in our cars.
Yes, we did that.
And I don't know why, but like you came out earlier to talk to me or something. You complimented me on my eyes because you said they were like changing color or something.
That's something I would say. Yes.
Yeah, you said they were going from like blue to green to gold to something.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're so
This
beautiful.
is so sweet.
That was the nicest
It's
compliment.
got a tear.
You need to get out more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between this D&D, no, I'm good. That's
He's like, my life is set.
yeah.
You know, I'm okay
I'm
with that.
complete.
I don't
I'm
need
okay
more
with-
sadness. I'm good.
That's right. That's right.
It's true.
Got to bring all the sadness.
It will. Okay. All right. I think this is my last rapid fire. Yeah.
I'll try to
you
let
guys
somebody
can
else
all answer
answer.
this
I'll
one.
answer this one.
Sure.
Okay. Who inspires you the most?
I just want to thank God and my family. No. Who inspires me the most? Well, I mean, if it's for the band, it's all my broken relationships.
This is true. Very true. That fling you had, whole
Amen.
album.
Amen.
Between the divorce, the fling, the girl that's not my girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God.
But
this
are
is
you
great.
guys together?
No.
Not now.
You're just really good friends.
Really good friends. We're like best
Best
friends.
buddies.
I'm the king of the friend zone.
Take this back.
Yep. That's it. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
What is the
What?
question? What is? Okay, you answer. I already forgot what the question was.
It's who inspires you.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
who inspires you. Gosh, I don't know.
Like inspiration, like why I do what I do, or like the drive for why I do what I do.
Or just in life.
Or just in like what inspires you in life? Kids.
I was gonna say my
I
kids.
was,
Yeah.
I was gonna say the kids too.
My kids are literally the reason I'm alive.
Yeah.
Is they,
Yes.
yeah, 100%, right? 100% the reason I get up in the morning.
Yeah.
I hope they never know how much they actually have kept me going. I don't want them to ever feel that way, but
Yeah.
the reason I do what I do is because I don't ever want, especially my girls, to ever be put in a position where they think they can't because, whether it's because they're a female or because they're married or because they have a job or because they have kids, or so I end up doing everything, you know, because I want to show that you can. I don't recommend it because I'm like exhausted and having nervous breakdowns every other day. But
That's what we have each other for.
no,
Aw.
exactly. But I think it's really important because I can see it already. You know, the world's already telling them like, well, you have to choose one way.
Yeah.
You either have to go to college, or you have to get a job, and you have to do this kind of job, or I have to do. And I definitely don't model that. So I don't want them to ever think that that's something that there's an expectation for what they have to do in order to have a good life.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to just love their life,
Yep.
no matter what it is.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I think we're like the same person.
I love that about us. That's why we're having such a
Because
good
like my
time.
daughter, she dropped out of college, and it was like I said, Mackenzie, you're just spending your money on college. Like
Yep.
Yeah.
that's not what you want to do in life.
Yep.
You're not going to get to going to college.
Girl.
So
I hear
just
that.
go and do what you want to do. If it's music and you're happy living the life, making the money that you're making, then that's what's going to make you happy.
Right.
Honestly, the route I
So
should have took.
it's
Yes.
Yeah.
it's what it
Same.
is. I mean,
Well, it's funny
then
'cause
she
now-
dropped out I think next hour. After
Good.
that conversation.
Wow.
It was
I
like-
mean, I gotta be honest. I think the only reason I went to college is because my parents were adamant about me going to college.
Same,
But I
yeah.
do not want. I mean, I think about now, the kids nowadays. I told my kids, I was like, if it's something you really are passionate about, by all means, I will help you. But if you're just doing it to appease me, please don't. Like, I don't want you starting your life under a mountain of debt.
Yep.
It's hard
Yep.
enough.
Exactly. Yep.
And honestly, that's all, at this point, at this stage of the game, that's literally all college is.
Yep.
College is literally just a ball and chain that you're going to attach to yourself before you go out into the real world
Yep.
to make it twice as hard. And it's like it's not like when we were growing up. You know, it's like the idea of like, oh, well, you go to college and then you can get a good job that pays you well. It's first of all, they don't exist.
No,
You know, now
they
you're
don't.
just entering the workforce with everybody else that's got a
Yep.
ball and chain that's just as desperate, trying to fight over the same lousy job.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, you could have been happy doing a lesser paying job that would pay your bills, but you can't because now you have to pay this debt.
Yep,
So I'm
exactly.
like, don't do it.
Yep.
Don't
go to
do
a
it.
trade school, if anything.
Go to a trade school.
Yep.
Learn a skill.
Yep.
I'm even at the point where I'm like, you want to be an influencer? Figure it out.
Heck
I
yeah.
will help you.
Yeah.
You know, like if that's what's going to make money and help you
Yep.
live your life
I am
and you're
right there
happy.
with you.
I would never have. I had never thought. Before I had kids, I had a whole bunch of rules, and now I have kids, and none of those rules work.
Right. Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
Yep.
I agree. That's great.
Yep.
Good for
I
you.
never went to college, and I mean, here I am living. It's
Yeah.
like, me and my husband doesn't even have a high school diploma.
That's fantastic.
It's like it is what it is.
Exactly. No,
It's-
I hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't even use my degree at all.
Yeah. My nephew.
I use my
he-
degree
he-
because it gets me in the door.
Yes.
and that is my biggest argument when I
That's
used to
all it
work for
does.
this law firm. I'm a realtor.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
But I used to work for this law firm when the market crashed. I was like, I wasn't married again yet, and
Right,
it
right.
was I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah.
So I really worked my way up at this law firm, including training the new attorneys.
Yeah.
Here I am. I don't even have a freaking college degree.
Right.
That's my
And
ex, yeah.
so I used to have this argument with the CFO all the time, who, by the way, picked me to be like the head of the accounting department. Again, no college degree, but
Right.
I just had the experience working here.
Yeah.
Right.
So I used to have this argument with him all the time when I would try to refer people, like, oh, that position's open. I know someone that would be really good. And, well, what kind of college do they have a degree? I'm like, why does it matter? Why?
Exactly.
Like,
Right.
I don't have a college degree, and you're very happy with me. I firmly believe that hands-on, on-the-job training
Yeah.
is so much more effective than
Oh,
just walking
absolutely.
in with a freaking college degree. Just because
With a
they
random degree
have
sometimes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not mine.
But,
It's
and I think I tell my kids
Yeah.
too. I was like, a lot of times your employment is going to come because you know people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because that's what a college degree is.
Yes.
They look at your resume and they're like, oh, we went to the same college,
Yeah.
and now all of a sudden you have an interview.
Yep.
That. Am I going to pay $100,000 for that?
Yep.
Or I could just make more friends,
Mm-hmm.
and it'd be the same. It's roughly
Yeah.
the same. So I mean, it's a lot less expensive.
Yep,
to
it
just
is.
make more friends.
So for sure. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, all
that's
of
a
my
good
nieces
argument.
and nephews that have their college degrees, they're doing absolutely nothing.
I pick
Yep.
things up and put things down for a living. I have a college degree.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
And
Yeah,
and
so-
I'm not looking for and I'm very happy where I'm at. I think that's the part that's very difficult for people, like especially our older generations. Like when
Yeah.
I was explaining to my parents what I do, they're like, "Don't you want to get a good job?" I'm like, "It is a good job. I get benefits.
Yeah.
I get time off when I want
Right.
it.
Exactly.
Like it's a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
job security.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
job that I'm at allows me to do the band stuff.
Yeah,
which is what I
exactly.
really
Yeah.
want to do.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So it's like more like a means to an end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you I realize now that, I mean, it's not like an epiphany or anything, but it's like you either make a lot of money or you have freedom. You can't do both.
Mhm.
And I'd rather have the freedom than to make a lot of
Right.
money.
Yep.
So,
It's true. Yep.
yep. So here I am in a band.
All worked out.
Yes, it did.
Good thing I
And you're
wasn't doing it
doing
for the
what you
money.
love. That's the thing.
That's it. Yeah.
You get one life. That's
Yeah.
the way I look at it. It's well here on Earth, I guess.
Yeah. Who knows what happens?
I
after
don't
this?
know.
I don't know. I'm open.
Yep. Okay, so let's focus on 33 Lions.
Yes.
Let us know what's coming up for you guys. Where can everybody find you?
You please do that. I know. I'm dyslexic.
There's a couple shows.
Okay,
Yeah,
this will
our-
come out on Thursday at midnight.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, Thursday night.
If you were listening to this,
When's it going into Thursday?
no, Thursday going into Friday.
Okay, so you have already missed our show.
our show was awesome.
It's the
It was- oh my
21st.
God,
It's
We
so
had the
good.
best time.
Yeah.
We so wish you were there.
Our next one is October 5th at Prop.
Okay.
And then after that we're doing Punk on the Rock at Matthews Brewery.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, on the
we've been trying
13th.
to get in there forever,
Yeah.
so I'm excited.
Yeah, so October's actually pretty booked for us, actually. So we have
Show a week.
October 5th at Prop, October 13th at Matthews, and then October 21st and the 27th at Black Flamingo.
Okay.
Yeah, the 27th is going to be a Halloween party.
Yes.
I want to dress up.
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
going to dress up.
Halloween, we can dress up.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's Halloween.
Do it.
And that's the one at Black Flamingo?
Black Flamingo.
Okay.
Yeah, in Pompano.
In Pompano.
Yep.
Actually, no, those are Oakland Park.
Oh, the new location.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
the new location.
Oh,
yes.
they moved?
There's two.
There's two
They-
now.
yeah.
They opened up a new location.
Yeah,
in
those
Oakland
two
Park.
are at Oakland Park.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Maybe I'll try to make it out to that one.
Yeah.
I did a Mummy Fest last year, but at Lauder Ale. Lauder Ale has a stage now. So
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
reach out to her name's Miranda.
Oh, cool.
And
cool.
reach out.
Write that down.
Yeah,
Write
it's,
that down.
I'll write it down, actually.
Write
It'll-
that down.
They're always looking for bands. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because we're always looking to play.
Well, looking to play anywhere-
they
anywhere and
are
everywhere.
Kid friendly. Also, you can bring.
Oh,
your
that's great.
kids and, yep.
Do they
got-
allow dogs? Because my
Yes, they do.
Okay,
Yep.
well, my wife will be there.
Yep.
Yes.
As long as she can bring her dog.
Yep. So okay. All right. So that's what's coming up. Where can everybody find you guys? Your social media, Spotify.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so mainly we interact most strongly on Instagram.
Yes.
Okay.
It's easier to reach us on that one.
He'll get two of
so-
us.
Yeah, you never know who you're going to get.
And it's 33 lines. The numbers.
At 33 _Lions
Okay.
On Instagram.
on
yeah.
Instagram. And then through that, you can find our link tree in the bio.
Yeah.
And it has the link to our Spotify, our website, our YouTube, our TikTok,
And
our
they can get your
Facebook.
merch.
Actually, is that on the website
Is
or
it-
no? Or is that show only?
Or do they just have to go to all your shows to
Something.
get merch?
I think
we
they
have
sh-
something.
Some things are on the website,
Yeah.
but everything
Yeah,
else
but
is in person.
I think it's actually the ones on the website aren't these. They're,
Okay.
we use. I think it's
Is it Campfire or something?
Campfire.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like so it's directly from the company. Will go directly to you.
Right.
So that we don't handle any of that.
Right.
But it's technically it's our stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there's that. But
The
yeah,
best way is to come to shows because we have a lot more merch.
We have tons of merch
we
there.
have even tumblers.
it's a lot less expensive.
Oh,
Coffee
how
too.
mugs.
cool. Oh,
yeah.
my God.
Stickers,
Every
buttons.
show you get a free button too.
Except
Okay.
for the one that you're missing.
Except for the one that
this
we already
Thursday,
did, yeah.
right now, yeah. Because I didn't have enough time to make buttons.
Yeah.
But the show
Yeah.
after that for sure will.
Oh,
have
But
yeah.
that's fine because they're not going to know about it anyway.
They won't
so-
even
yeah.
know. You didn't
Yeah.
miss anything. It's fine.
Nothing.
We did have the coolest
show?
buttons. Yeah, exactly.
All
What
sold
show?
out.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah,
sold
they're
out.
all sold out.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to get there anyways. It's
Yeah.
so packed.
It's so great. I know. Standing room only.
Right?
Okay. And finally, do you guys have any messages for your followers that you would like to give to them?
Please like us.
I'm sure they do.
Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, thank you for following us, and we hope to do right by you guys.
I think, and also like the reason that we do it is because we
need
want
it.
desperately to connect with people. I
Yeah.
think that's a lot of why, for me, I don't have church anymore.
Mhm.
I don't have that type of spiritual community. Like, this is my spiritual
Right.
community
Music's very
now.
spiritual to
Very
us.
spiritual to
Yeah.
us. So it's like
Yeah.
to have, I mean, when we were playing with Leah Simmons, for example, I knew all the words to her song "The Moon," which is like my favorite song. I have it on repeat on my Spotify, and I sang along with her to her lyrics, and she was so excited. I was so excited. It's like a religious experience.
Yeah.
So like, I guess to our fans or anybody who goes out to see live music, especially in the local scene, like
Yeah.
it brings. It's not just really cool to have somebody sing your songs. It's literally a religious experience.
Yeah.
It's like you feel so connected to another human being. It feels like God's there.
Right.
So it means the world to us to just have anybody, whether they're a huge fan or they'd seen us for the very first time. It's
Right.
like it just
Yeah.
means the world to us to have anybody there. So thanks for coming out, guys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if you go, you get to meet Nick too.
Yes,
That's
and Nick will be
right.
there, and he's actually the best looking out of the group. So
Yeah, if you show up though, make sure to ask Nick all of the questions that were asked tonight.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Exactly.
Take notes.
yeah. We really want to get your take, buddy.
Do you
All
like
right.
live forever?
Oh God.
Or Taylor Swift. No.
How do you feel about Kanye? I'll just send you all the questions if you're interested in
Yeah.
asking Nick all.
There
of
we
them.
go.
We should.
We should actually.
We should do a little
Do an
mini
impromptu
interview.
Cool. That would be
Aw.
Just
funny.
ambush him one practice.
That
Yeah,
is
rapid
so
fire.
funny.
Yeah.
As he's getting out of the car. Hey, what are you
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So, any final words? Or
No.
all right.
We're just so grateful to be here. Thanks so much for.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. I had so
Thank
much
you for
fun.
having us.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
So fun.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank
I
you.
laughed a lot. So.
Good.